You thirsty, huh? You thirsty? A couple chicken balls, huh? Good girl, huh? Hey, Troubles, how you doing? Thought I'd come on a little earlier. I didn't take a nap like I thought I was gonna. I was afraid I was gonna oversleep. That's why. Yeah, I came on a little early. I was afraid I'd get too tired if I waited till 9:30. You ever drink this Topo Chico carbonated mineral water? You ever drink that? It's pretty good. Better than pop for you, I guess. Depending on where they get the uh, depending on where they get the water from. Just partying tonight. Yeah. Did you get a notice, or did you just happen to see it come up? Yeah, they are. Yep, good for me. I need them. That's what I say. Oh, you did. Oh, okay. Well, it must be working better for StreamYard then. That's good. What's today? Tuesday. Oh, that's cool. You never know when you just pop on. Just party. Hopefully, Ray just comes on. See what's happening. Yeah, this mineral water. Dropped my car off to get fixed. Thermostat. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? How's it going? Oh, that's cool. I just came on a little earlier. I'm not an early morning guy. I should be. I feel better. Believe it or not, I feel better when I get up early. I was afraid if I waited till 9:30, I'd get tired too quick. When you're tired, you don't feel like doing things much. How'd your day go today? I didn't realize. So how do you? So Do you sign up for StreamYard even though you don't have to have a account where you broadcast? I'm a little confused on that. You know what I mean? You get the notice from StreamYard, but you couldn't broadcast if you wanted to, right? Oh yeah, I saw Metallica about 20 years ago in Chicago. Yeah, I used to like them a lot, but I don't know. I can't stand that Lars, and they're starting to get like drama. You know? Oh, that's okay, Triples. You considering that motorhome at all, Dave? That RV? Hey, Mary, how you doing? Come on up and party with us. Better check outside, see if there are any balloons floating over. I think that's what the one over the Great Lakes was, just a balloon. Banning all party balloons. Oh, I got you. Oh, okay. Oh, are you? Oh, okay. But didn't you need a place to stay in Tennessee? You won't find one in better shape for that price. No way. Oh, Jeff. Oh, okay. How you feeling, Jeff? How you feeling? What's a bunker? Oh, yeah, yeah, I bet. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, gotcha. Oh, got yeah, that makes sense. Isn't that crazy? That kook up at Michigan State. What a nut job. I don't know why people do stuff like that, no matter how mad you are or depressed. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Poor college kids just going to college, taking your classes. Then just some kook shows up, starts shooting. Hey, Michelle,
Hey Tom.
how you doing?
I'm good. How's it going tonight?
Did you get up early today? Good. You get
Yeah,
up early today?
yeah. Long day.
You look like you, you look like Wilma in the Flintstones.
Wilma?
Remember her? Yeah, Fred's
Flintstone.
wife, that hairdo.
You like it?
Yeah.
I was gonna go
Yep.
for like the curly. uh,
That's all right. Makes you look
It,
younger.
well, I got called Shakira the other day. Someone called me Shakira, and I also got called some lady from the Partridge Family. Someone told me that I look like her, so we'll go with Wilma.
Okay. Poor Jeff's going through chemotherapy.
Oh,
He doesn't
Jeff?
feel good. Yeah, guy on now. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
Jeff, hopefully you got this, okay?
Yeah. I know
That
people
sucks.
that've been on it. I know it makes them sick, but it saves a lot of people.
Oh, it
Probably doesn't seem
does.
like that now.
I know
Yeah,
I know a lot of people
it does.
who
You got to get up.
who what's that?
Go ahead. Sorry. There's a little delay. That's what causes that.
Oh, okay.
You know a lot of people?
I've known a lot of people
You know a
who
lot of people?
I know a lot of people who beat cancer and went through chemotherapy and radiation and surgeries and you know,
Yeah, me too. Me too.
they're still
Yep.
around.
Jeff, you need anything? You need some books sent to you or something? Pass the time? Send you some good books or something?
Or some good snacks.
Got to be. Might not feel like reading either. Might not
S-
feeling
s-
like reading either.
Maybe or maybe let's see.
Some Topo Chico mineral water.
Tom, don't drink that mineral water. I like mineral water, but I do not drink that mineral water. That's the
Topo
worst.
Chico.
That's the worst
Why?
mineral water. OMG. OMG, Tom. You're asking for it.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it?
It's one of the worst rated mineral waters.
That figures.
You drinking mineral water
Who
now?
rated it? The competition?
Oh,
I just
probably.
went Topo Chico. It is rated poorly.
It
Have you
is.
ever had one?
I have.
Oh, I'll check it.
I actually drink mineral water because I like the carbonation. So I like carbonated water.
Yeah, yeah,
When I drink champagne, I like bubbly.
yeah. Is there a is there a better one out there? Hey, salty. Is there a better mineral water,
Um,
carbonated?
I like Perrier. Perrier is pretty good. Spelgrino's okay, and what other ones? If you just want sparkling water, Boobly's pretty good.
Hey, John boy. Oh, okay. I didn't even know about this till about 6 months ago.
What?
Yeah,
You never knew
I'll
about
try one of the
mineral?
other ones. Yeah, I know Perrier.
Yeah.
Nah, I never really, I had Perrier like a long time ago, but I never really knew what it was exactly. I never read it. I had like one a long time ago. I thought it was just like a drink, but I didn't know it was just mineral water.
Well, mineral
I
water
thought
is
something else was in it, flavoring or something.
Perrier has a good lime flavored, so if you like the lemon lime, they have the lime one's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Well, I was
Yeah,
making
I'll try one of
cocktails.
those sometimes. Usually I just drink regular water.
I
I usually drink just regular water.
Regular water is okay, but like I like something with a little like fizz to it. So instead of drinking pop, I always for years, like my
Hmm.
whole like sparkling water, sparkling, mineral water.
Yeah.
It's more interesting than
Same
just
to you,
plain water.
Frisky. I think it is. It tastes better. Did you get your hubby a Valentine? Did you get hubby a Valentine? Michelle?
Yeah. Yes, we exchanged
Tell me this
gifts.
damn audio is messing up.
For Valentine's Day, you have to
Oh,
for
good.
Valentine's Day, you
What
have
do you
to
get
do
you?
something. He I got presents. I got presents. So we're not going to go into it. But, but I got some nice presents and it was it was it's nice, because like I think, everyone's like boo-hoo with Valentine's Day, right? But honestly, isn't it nice to get a gift like sometimes, like, oh, here you go, here's something. I
I never get any.
Oh, you never get any time? Well, that's because you're not with anybody either. So my father,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
I get gifts from family too. They kind of go all out for Valentine's Day, and it's nice.
Oh, good. I'm glad I don't. Then I don't need to get something. Yeah. And you
It's
got
so
him something
easy.
too?
Yeah, but it's like everywhere. Like it's just so nice. Like so, like you're just thinking about somebody else. It's all you're doing is like, oh, this looks cool. This person would enjoy this. If you're with somebody, like oh, and then to see them smile or make their day. It's always nice. To
Yeah.
take them out to their favorite restaurant or coffee or
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. You still getting those Starbucks?
I still get Starbucks. Yeah, I get Starbucks every now and then. I mean, it's expensive. And right now, it's expensive. So, but
Yeah, it is. They
Starbucks
built
is a
two
good,
ones like near me.
yeah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
they renovated all of our
I
Starbucks.
like it.
They renovated all of our Starbucks here. Um, and they
Yeah,
look
we but
amazing
the
now.
do they have that teak furniture inside? All teak
Yes.
furniture?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. They built two brand new ones here and they're not doing very well. They're not doing very well. The two new
Really?
ones.
Well,
They're always empty.
you live in a rural
Yeah,
area, don't you?
one of them closes. One of them closes at 5 every day.
But you live in a rural area, right? Right now?
Yeah, but sorta. I mean, one's 25 miles, one's 38. They're in bigger cities. It's not around here. You got to drive a ways,
Oh, okay.
but they're
Well,
not doing too good.
th ours are popular. Ours are always, like, especially the one over I have 3 that are, like, within 5-mile radius in my town, and one of them's, like, always completely jam-packed, and, they do really well. When I worked for Starbucks, and it was always busy.
Well, good. Well, maybe they'll get busier. Plus, people don't seem like to want to hang out inside like they used to.
Well, th yeah, that's true. Like, but there's still a lot of places here that do really good business, and I don't know how it is there, but I think, everyone's starting to go out more again.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Dave says they're not busy in his station either. Yeah, I know. I think that's what thought, Dave. Like you can get coffee for 99 cents all over the place. That must not help. It's not like in upper middle class areas. you know.
Right.
Hopefully.
Well, I mean,
I
this
knew the
is
manager at the one. He just got fired last week.
it's a brutal job. Like you think, oh, you're pouring coffee, but it's actually busy go like it's hard work, It's not like it's, you know, they're definitely not lazy people who work there.
Yeah. No, and they're all, I think they have good training because everybody's always really nice.
They do. They're training. Well, they also offer really good benefits as well. So, like, they offer medical benefits for part-time employees, and um, the pay is decent. So,
Yeah. Hey, Rochelle.
Mic check, mic check. Hey, Tom.
Yep.
Hello,
Can you,
Michelle.
can you hear me?
Yes. How are you guys doing this evening? Talking
Good.
about Starbucks?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Do you get one of
Doing
those
good.
fancy coffees, Michelle? Like a million different ingredients?
Hey,
I'm pretty simple, like I don't go crazy, you know. And even with when I would go to Dunkin', I would just order a black iced coffee.
Well,
I'm
you
pretty
look
easy.
gorgeous tonight. Absolutely stunning, girl.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yep. It's Valentine's Day, right? Everyone's
that's
gotta,
what happens when you're younger. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Tom, Michelle.
yes, you as well.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Yep. Same to you. Same to you.
I got some roses for my kids,
So you didn't go anywhere today,
red and
Rochelle?
white.
Oh, that's nice of you. Oh, that's
Yeah, they
cool.
always do. Every holiday I get something special.
Oh, I got a scratch off from my
Oh,
mother,
good.
Oh, excellent.
and I won.
Is she going to
Oh, that
split
was
it with
nice
you
of her.
if she wins?
I won. Yeah, I won. I
How
won.
much?
$10.
How much?
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, good for you.
How much was the scratch off?
Did you buy another
It
one
was
yet?
it was $5. I
Oh,
always
so
did
you,
that.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Good for you. Oh, that's cool. Did did you give any more consideration to your cooking shot? Give it a whirl. I thought you'd make some Valentine's cookies or something.
I did. I can show you some. They're all done. We did lips and cookies. We did lips and hearts, and I frosted them all. And that was, I tell you what, like I enjoy cooking and baking and making things, but we had a jam session like for like 3 or 4 hours. And what's nice is when you work hard for something and you enjoy yourself while you're doing it. You know what I mean? And like for me, it's always
Yeah.
been working with somebody else. Like some people like to like work on their own and like do their own thing, but like when you work together with people, it just makes everything a little bit more special.
Did you videotape making the cookies for your
All
channel?
right.
I was, but I ran into a problem because I ended up having to work that morning, and I didn't know that before I planned this. So literally, it was like I worked, which it's very exhausting, and then we had to go like 3 or 4 hours, and it was literally a time crunch. So there was delays, and like we just barely like got to do it. So I couldn't even think about filming. I was going to, but I was like, we got to get these done
Hey, Rena.
before, you know.
You know what they say about best laid
Yeah.
plans? They never work out the way you want them to, right?
I swear to you, the more I put into planning something, it like not for me. I know lots of people who are very successful planning everything in their life and like do it, but every time that I plan something, oh no, it like everything that you could think of. But if I do something on a whim, it could be like the most successful, best time ever thing. So I don't know about, you know, people tell, oh, you got to plan everything. You got to plan your life. You have to plan. But I mean, does life really work that way? You know, in general, you know,
No.
I mean, planning things is
Yeah.
good, right? So like having a routine or, you know, but when I try to do something outside of that and it just never seems to work for me.
But since
Not,
the universe
Hey,
was
bud.
the Big Bang
Where
Theory,
are the
I
cook?
would say nothing was planned then, right? It just exploded.
I mean, like
Yep.
it, it's just one of those things. Like you plan something and it just goes bad. Well, for me at least. But like if I just like the more I try to plan stuff, it usually just ends up like I don't know.
Well, you know what, Michelle? You just got to go with
Where are
the
the
flow
Where are
and
the
be a
cookies?
Sometimes,
non-planner from now on.
sometimes, like, you know, like I'm not saying, and I'm not saying like planning things is a bad thing. Like I'm not, but like it just seems like when I do try to, you know, plan stuff outside the norm, it just doesn't work.
Where are the cookies?
Do you want
Tom
to see
wants some
them?
cookies.
I have some cute ones. We
Yeah.
did sprinkles and frosting, like
Yeah. Yeah. Go
professionally.
get them.
I did three different kinds of
Go get them.
frosting.
You're not the boss of her, Tom. Ask
Yeah. Go get some, will
nicely.
you?
Tom's like that.
Please,
Please go
Michelle,
get
can
them.
you show us your cookies?
Tom Tom's like that old man who's like barking, like you know, you know what I mean? Like
No
the older.
Archie
kidding.
Bunker. Archie
Ah,
Bunker.
yeah, Archie. Yeah.
Could you please go get them?
Okay,
Oh,
Tom. Hold
he
on.
said, please. Now you
All
have
right.
to.
Okay. Hold on.
Let's see them.
Let's
Let's see
see her
these things. We'll
cookies.
figure out if they look good or not.
Hey,
Be
I'm
honest
not
now.
I'm not a complete professional, so you guys now you're
Okay.
like
All right. All right.
putting me on the spot here, but let's
They
see
better be pretty. As
well
pretty as
most
you, Michelle. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
well well
Well,
most of them already got ate up, and I already did care packages, so you guys are gonna see the leftovers. I already put the really good ones on. People already here. Let's see. Oh yeah, these ones are all like the dilapidated. See, why didn't you tell me? See, this is. Oh well, this one's not that bad.
Did you think we weren't going to want to see your
Okay,
cookies? I
okay,
mean, come on.
okay. Well, these kind of look like kid ones, but because you guys, I wasn't prepared to.
We'll
You
cut you
guys,
some slack.
put the camera on.
hold on.
She's trying. Give her a second.
Jesus
She's doing
Christ.
the best
I
she
mean,
can, Tom.
all we could see is the
Oh,
couch.
oh, those are sweet.
Oh yeah,
There's
good
lips
ones.
and a heart. Oh,
Yeah.
those are nice. Little sprinkles.
Yep.
I think I like the lips the best. Are they
That one.
shiny?
Yeah, that one actually. I was. My sister brought over the cutter for that one, and I was like, "This rocks!" Like I didn't think about lips, but people loved the lips.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, we
Well,
did
thank
like
you for showing us your
Nice.
cookies.
Yep.
yes.
They're
Yeah.
nice.
Thanks for showing them.
Tom's like a no like BSer. He like tells it like how it is. So Tom, is that how you are? You're just like, I don't have time to like, you know. Yeah.
I think you should use it as your avatar, a picture of them.
The big lips, especially. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh, don't let your camera flip the other way. It might be like a naked person in your house.
Yeah.
it's just something I keep in my closet, you know.
No laundry.
Have you ever
we
done
can't
that?
have a camera on laundry.
Yeah. Have you ever done that, Michelle?
Done what?
Flip the camera the wrong way accidentally?
Oh
I
yeah.
knew that was coming.
Yeah, it happened, you know, like it is.
It's easy to have happen. Yeah, you're right.
Well, guess what though?
Well, good.
What's going on here is we've had like the warmest winter yet, and like it was like 50 degrees today, which is really warm for here for this time of year, and it's going to get in the 60s. So I'm excited. 60 degrees in February is like extremely rare here. So it's going to be like
No, it's
springtime,
crazy.
early spring. We've only gotten
But
20 inches of snow this season, and that's unheard of. So it's been awesome.
it was 70 here today.
Oh,
I know. I was outside sweeping.
you
It was
lucky,
nice.
lucky. Where are you from? Where are you from?
Georgia.
She lives near me.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you guys are like
Tom's my
neighbors.
neighbor.
Oh,
I beat
Yeah.
you to it.
how far? How
Yeah.
how how far are you guys apart from each
How
other?
come that's the next question everybody asks? Isn't it, Tom?
You
Yeah.
guys should. You
We're
guys should meet
neighbors. I
up.
live right next to them. Like we exchange eggs in the morning,
Yeah.
share
Yeah.
milk,
Yeah.
coffee,
Yeah.
sugar, all that
I look in
fun
her
neighborly
windows at night.
stuff. Yeah, he does. Yeah. I say, oh, it's Tom. He's peeking.
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah. When I come
could
outside,
not
I see
resist that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
When
was
I
a
come
bit
outside, I
dirty.
see the curtains open up. Michelle.
Oh,
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I like to giggle. If they're going to
It's
make
with 30
fun
years ago.
about me giggling, then let them. I'm just a happy person.
there's nothing wrong
She's
with
about
that.
2 hours away. She's 2 hours away.
Oh, you guys just have you met
You were
yet?
believing that? She was believing we were right next door. That's
Yeah.
cute.
Well, 2
Nah,
hours.
Yeah,
yeah,
2
we haven't.
hours.
2 hours away is not that far. It's
Of course,
really
yeah, with Tom, it's like what he does every day.
you probably drive by your house anyways, Tom. You
The
probably
bad
already
thing is,
stalk her.
yeah. Now the bad thing is she is going towards Atlanta in north, which is like traffic from hell. That's why I never go over that way. Traffic's a
But
killer,
it's so worth it.
isn't it?
Yeah, down around
seriously,
Atlanta,
if you
it
tried to
is
go there,
a traffic situation.
crazy traffic. Yeah.
Certain times of the day, though.
If it was on the east side, like where I'm at, but I don't know. I wouldn't even know a good time to try to go through Atlanta. You never know. I've driven through there when I thought it was going to be busy, and it wasn't. And then when I thought I'd be clear, and it was packed. All you need is a car wreck going through the middle of Atlanta, and you're done for a while.
So true.
You've been through there, haven't you,
Oh, I have.
Michelle? You've been through
Yes,
Atlanta.
I've been.
You know what I'm talking about, then.
Yes, I've traveled,
Yep. Nice
especially
magic.
the Northeast coast many times, and when you get to major cities, it's always you try to plan either if you're not
Yeah.
going to the major city, plan around it or try to.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yep. Salty girl, you going to come up here tonight and talk?
Yes.
Rita,
Let's have Salty up
Mary.
here.
Yeah, come
Come
on,
up here.
Salty.
Come
Tom,
on up.
Tom
You can
does
do
it.
like
Tom,
Michelle. What's that?
you don't and you're pretty laid back. Like you don't care if people don't have a camera on or if they say
No, I don't
whatever.
care. No.
I
Come on,
put my
Frisky.
camera
Let's
on.
party. Come on, Pug.
I have before. I'm not shy.
What you guys
Tom
afraid
saw
of?
me.
No, I know. That's what I
Yeah.
like about Tom's channel is you don't have to put a camera on if you don't want to. He doesn't.
No. Why? Some channels
Well,
really make you do it?
They really want to see, with YouTube. Well, unless if they're going for like a
Yeah.
podcast feel, they're like, we
Mhm.
want you on cam. So,
Oh,
or
okay.
and
Yeah,
some
right.
and some
No, it
want you
doesn't
to
bother me.
dress a certain way too. So then it's like, okay. So then I have to dress a certain way, and then it's like
Really?
it's more of a
they
job.
want you to dress a certain way.
Yeah.
Please, you must elaborate for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, like they want
Yeah.
just
What
like
way
any
did
other,
you have to dress?
just no, they'll just say like no, like if it's casual, if it's they want you to dress up more like business like casual,
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought it was like,
or like a
Oh, gosh.
dress.
pasties and, tassels and stuff,
No.
Pasties.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
try that.
kidding.
That's up Tom's alley.
But now,
Yeah. Do they even use those anywhere? Could you even buy them if you wanted to?
I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could if you
Probably
wanted to
have to
get.
go to an antique store.
no, they're actually
Well,
sold at sex shops and burlesque users
what
wear them all the time.
what do you think? Well, what do
Yeah.
you think? What do you think they use now, Tom? I actually do have
Where?
covers.
Oh, oh,
I
oh,
I
oh,
I
oh.
do have covers for
For when you want to go braless, let's say.
yes. No,
Yes.
for when for when I
Mhm.
what for there's covers you can buy.
See, Tom?
Covers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's.
Instead of wearing a bra, like say you had a shoulder, strapless, and you wanted your
Yeah.
shoulders to be
Or
seen, they're
just
like little discs that
Oh,
are nude
gotcha.
colors
yeah.
that stick on your titties.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'm learning. When you watch
You are.
Pornhub, it makes sense that I don't know what one looks like.
You get the free flowing kind on Pornhub. The unencumbered kind. Free range. Let
Click
the
right
titty
through those
go.
movies.
Let them loose.
Tom's like a teenager, like a teenage boy.
Yeah. He sure is.
No, I'm not. I stay up till 4 a.m. watching it, even on a school night.
Someone has to come in. You have to go to bed. You have to go to bed. Work tomorrow.
Yeah. Right.
And he's underneath the covers with it still
God.
rolling.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Heck yeah.
That's it.
No, Mary usually comes up, no problem. Mary, how come you're not coming up tonight? It's more fun when people talk.
Yeah, Tom, remember when
Rita,
you were
you said
saying,
you'd come up too.
Tom, remember the other night, a couple chats ago, when you were saying that, a large majority of people, while they're having sex with their significant others, dream or fantasize about having sex with somebody else during that time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sure do. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
During sex, I
Especially
just
at this age.
fantasize. It's a joke. You got to let me tell it. During sex, I fantasize about being somewhere else.
Oh, sorry.
Or someone else. I thought of that old joke, but I couldn't remember it a couple lives ago.
I think it's normal behavior.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
It's hard to say what's
yeah, it's about 46%
like
women,
I said the other.
and it's about 42%
Yeah.
males that fantasize about having sex while they're with their partners with, who they have as an ideal sexual partner in their mind.
Yeah.
They fantasize about that.
What do you think of that, Michelle?
I think,
She says, I plead the fifth. Oh, Chris.
Let's ask Chris. Chris?
Yes.
Chris?
Oh.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm here.
We were talking. We were just having an open discussion about people fantasizing when they were having sex with people about somebody else. Does that seem believable?
I believe. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did you hear the statistics, or were you signing on?
You believe it?
Well, I don't follow.
Yeah. Did you hear the stats?
Oh.
No.
A female.
Would you like to know the statistics?
42% of males.
Sure.
46% of females fantasize, and 42% of males. Did you hear my
That's
joke?
about right.
Did you hear my joke? Tom was saying about fantasizing while you're having sex with your significant partners. And I said, during sex, I fantasize about being somewhere else or someone else. Rodney Dangerfield. That's actually one of Rodney Dangerfield's old jokes. Did you recognize it, Tom?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Nope.
That was one of his go-to
Chris, where's
jokes.
Debbie tonight?
She's on her computer.
Oh, good. Hey, Debbie.
Hi, Deb.
Hello.
Hi.
And I fantasize about the girl in 50 Shades of Grey.
Debbie's.
Oh, you like her, huh? She's a cutie.
Oh yeah.
Those puckered lips. My goodness, like it's kissed by an apple.
And I'm already on.
Debbie likes that one.
I'm already on the second movie already.
Oh, is that the one with the Woody, the sailboat?
Yeah,
that one's my favorite.
Yeah, darker.
Chris, is that the one where they're in the middle of the ocean on that beautiful sailboat?
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but probably.
Oh,
so.
shoot. I think that's the one. Yeah. Or the third one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, what they can get away with Hollywood, I tell you, I'm surprised that she actually did that, and she was really comfortable doing it. I mean, because a lot of people don't feel comfortable doing, you know what I'm saying?
That was actually a tame BDSM movie.
You mean nudity?
Well, yeah. I mean, it was really, you know, her father is the guy from Miami Vice. You know that, right?
Don Johnson.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Yep. Got it.
Oh, okay.
She looks so
I
much
thought everybody knew that.
Oh, not everybody knows that, but
She's got his eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is she cute?
yeah, big time.
Is she cute?
Oh,
yeah.
she's adorable, Tom. Really adorable.
She's got his
Perfect
eyes.
casting. I'm sorry, Debbie, what?
What'd you say, Debbie? You said something?
Don Johnson has sexy eyes, and she's got his eyes. It's like just gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, up close and personal with Don Johnson, you're just melting.
Yeah.
I used to be filler on that show.
Not anymore.
Her mom was Melanie Griffith.
Not anymore.
So they asked her on one of the shows if she told her mom and if her mom and dad saw the movie, and she said no, but her grandmother did. Her grandmother was
wow.
Tippy
Yeah.
Her mom starred in Birds. Movie Birds.
I'm gonna jump on my computer. I'm gonna get off the phone here. I'm gonna go on the computer instead. It's too. I can't see everybody.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to just jump
Okay.
on. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I never watched it. I don't know anything about it. I never saw it. Oh,
You
look at
should,
Rita.
Tom.
Rita says it originated from a book called The Story of O.
Yep.
I heard about it, but I don't know anything about it. Huh. That'd be a major step in the wrong direction for me watching that.
Why is that?
It's just tame, like for TV, you know?
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were going with
I
that.
know that's been around a while. I think that 50 Shades of Grey thing, it's been around at least 25 years.
There you go. That's why.
What, 50 Shades of Grey?
Hasn't it? Yeah.
2015 it first came out.
Well, the books were before that, though.
No way. Yeah, the books. Yeah. Oh, Rita liked the book better. Is that what it's really about?
I always
Bondage?
liked,
That's what they look like, Tom.
like there's a focal point on it,
Oh,
but
thank
it's
you.
about a love story.
Oh, ultimately, yeah, definitely. Ultimately.
But there are,
I mean,
there are people like that in real life that are really like that, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I read so
Like what?
many bad things about sex that I just had to give up reading. I swear. Brum-bum.
Yeah. Good girl. You mean like handcuffs and stuff like that?
That's to you,
Handcuffs?
Michelle.
I think.
I know Tom's seen the movie Deep Throat, right, Tom? I know you've seen that movie.
Oh my God.
Yeah, have I ever? 3,000 times.
Ah!
She was actually Linda Lovelace was a nice person. Had a good personality. That's what I'm looking for on Match.com.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah, you tell me about it.
Have you done the internet dating, Tom?
Who hasn't?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I actually haven't
I
done
did.
internet dating.
Really?
Oh, it was great. It was great
But
when it
you're
was
with a
free.
significant other.
Yeah, no, right. Well, we've been
Yeah.
together so
Now it's all
long,
a
and
bunch of
before that,
bullshit.
it wasn't really a thing. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Who was that guy that was on your chat?
I'd probably-
the other night that yelling and screaming. Who was that guy?
Oh
I-
my goodness.
Didn't call her.
Who is that?
He was just trying to prove a point.
But who is that though? Is he a guy or
I don't
woman?
know.
Who is-
It's the first time he was on. Yeah.
Oh,
It was the
First time he
Joker.
was on.
That was his avatar.
Jeez.
But it
Oh, is
was
that
like
who that-
ICMO.
that's- Yeah.
Wasn't that his
He just had
tag?
he was very sensitive about this transgender stuff.
Yeah, and that story, I did
Yeah.
look that up that he's talking about. That was a case in Canada years ago. It wasn't the case of the twins in America, but it was a case that happened in Canada many, many years ago. It was actually a psychologist that got them into having sex with each other. It was really kind of twisted,
Ooh.
but it happened in Canada.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
interesting.
Thanks, Debbie.
So wonder he was yelling. He was mad about it.
But that happened
Yeah.
so many years ago. I mean, the guy committed suicide years ago. You
I
know,
think-
the newer case that I was talking about happened in the U.S. This girl is still, in her early 20s, and she does talk to schools and things. Now she's an actress. She plays the first transgender superhero, I guess, on some show. So kind of interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I mean,
okay.
even with
Hey, Deb.
even with 50 Shades of
Yeah.
Grey,
Did you or Chris? Did you guys ever try internet dating?
no,
No,
ever.
no, never had to think about that. I always had dates, so I never worried about it.
Got to be
Yeah.
careful. Got to be
Okay.
careful with that.
Yeah.
Because I had a
I
friend
never
that-
had a problem with it.
Sure, this is no joke. This happened to a friend of mine. This somebody that I knew here in Branson. That I knew him. I mean, I knew him, but he was on one of those chat lines one time. You know what? And this did really happen to him. He was on one of those chat lines. I don't know what it was called, but he was talking. He got busted because he thought he was talking to a 16-year-old girl, an
So he
adult.
was talking to a 21-year-old.
He thought he was talking to a 21-year-old girl. and he wanted to have sex with her, get her high, and then he didn't realize the person that showed up at his doorstep was not what was not what he thought it was.
Oh wow! Isn't that entrapment though? Did he ask
Yeah,
if
and
they were of age?
They do that. I think he thought that she was younger, but she actually turned out to be a much older woman who was trying to trap these guys.
Right.
And he went to prison for that.
Sure in the hell did. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because there was no girl. That's what's so funny. There was no teenage girl.
Right. There never was. Right. But when he had
that sounds like entrapment.
Yeah.
But I guess it goes.
What a pervert.
It's okay. It's okay though.
And she goes.
Oh, that's funny, Tom.
Florida.
On most. Oh, coming from Tom, Michelle put it out there. But most chat lines is you're supposed to sign up with like a name that you make up, and then you're supposed to have your age right next to your name. So if it comes up like a wheel, a lottery wheel that you don't know who you're going to be hooked up with if you want to go on one-on-one and not in a group chat. And then if you come up with it, like it says 17-year-old or 15-year-old, all you do is exit out. I mean, it says their age.
And you know, the funny thing is when
unless you're a pervert.
And when she showed up at my friend's door, she had all the chats and everything he was saying to this young girl that he thought.
And she gave it to the police, and because he offered this fake girl drugs,
right,
he got busted.
Yep.
Because he would have given drugs to a 14-year-old and she showed up.
Yep.
So yeah, he wasn't. We found out, yes, he's a pervert, and he's still in prison. We don't talk to him.
And this girl, she goes around Florida a lot and busts these guys. She has cameras. She'll literally walk right up in front of them and say, "Why you know what I mean?"
And
literally.
She was living here. She had a YouTube channel called 417 Predator.
Yeah, exactly.
Before that.
So she shows up alone to the front door with a manuscript of the conversation that they had online.
She's got a whole bunch.
Is she still alive? Wow.
Yeah, right. Right.
You know what? Here in Georgia, you're supposed to have a firearm in every home.
She doesn't go alone. She brings some friends with her. So.
She doesn't go alone.
Oh. Okay. Thank you, Debbie.
Sure.
But that's the problem with on those websites.
Wow.
You might think you're talking to a 23, 24-year-old, and on the end, you're really talking to a thinking, you know what I mean? You don't know that. That's what's scary about that.
And if they if they say in the chat, I'm actually only 14, and the guy says, "Come on over," that's actually the person trying to catch him. And that's okay. The police use entrapment all the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know.
Well, you know what I find on a lot of those chat sites online is there's a lot of Arabic men wanting white women that live in the United States. That's the first thing they ask. Are you married? Are you single? Where do you live? And then if you tell them all the right answers, they're like, you want to date? You know, it's like you barely talk to them because they've been asking you questions the whole time. It's funny.
There's a lot of Nigerian men that do that
There's this girl that I know There's this girl, Dawn, that we know. Her sister met this guy online, and he sends her money all the time. He says
he doesn't send her money. He sends her fake checks. He's from Nigeria.
Yeah, he sends her fake checks.
She sends him her disability checks. Her sister.
Yeah.
And he takes it because they're getting married. But that was like 4 years ago. They're still not married. She's never met the guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is she sending him money?
Oh, of course she is.
Oh, wow. Catfishing.
That's the only reason he's talking to her.
Yeah, catfishing.
But she thinks she's engaged to the guy because she's not too bright.
She's desperate.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, she probably.
You could never catfish me. You could never.
Tom wants video proof.
Not happening.
It's the same thing with those adult. It's the same thing with those adult lines. You know, you don't know who's behind who you're really talking to. It could be some overweight person that's ugly and disgusting. You don't know.
Yeah, but you're calling for a fantasy, so you know what you're signing up for. You're signing up for this sexy voice.
Right, but you don't know what that person on the other end that you're speaking to could actually end up being weighing 500-600 pounds. I mean, you know what I mean? That's
you're
there's people into that. People are into that. People are into that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. You ought to try that, Rochelle.
I know. I get that all the time. I'm really
Yeah,
good at
sex
it
chats. You
too.
could probably get a few guys off. Yeah, there you go. I don't
We
think
should
it
have a
pays much
practice
anymore, does it?
session right now. Oh, you can charge whatever you
Yeah,
want
we
if
can
it's
do it.
your sex line.
Yeah. We're going to have to wait till tomorrow night for me. Hey, but I
So
saw on one
here's
of those
one.
murder shows on TV. That's how they made their money, sex lines. But it was a long time
Right.
ago. I don't even, are they even still around?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there
People
is.
do that? Why would
Yeah.
you be
Yeah, there
Why
is.
would you be calling up somebody on a phone when you could watch porn? It doesn't make any sense.
Because
There,
it's a real life human to do what you want.
there was a shooting in Michigan last night
Yeah,
at
but
one
you're
of the
talking to
schools there.
Yeah, we heard about the shooting.
Yeah,
I
I know.
actually
It's
told
in the
Tom
state.
about it.
Yeah,
You know where that's at, Tom? You know
yeah,
where
he told me
that's
about
at?
it.
Yeah,
You know
Yeah,
where
South
that's at?
yeah.
Lan-
Yeah, I
or
used to have a
East
girlfriend up there.
Lansing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that far from where you're from? Is that
Yeah,
real
I-
far from where you?
Well,
No,
now
I
it
used to go
is.
up there all
He's
the
in
weekend, all the
Georgia.
time on the weekends.
Is that
Yeah,
real
it
far
wasn't
from?
then though.
It wasn't when you lived up
Not
in
from
Michigan,
where I
right?
used to live. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I remember the bunk bed like it just happened yesterday.
Oh wow, you're kidding! A bunk bed. You have to be creative
I
then,
said,
don't you?
I said, I remember the bunk bed like it was just yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I went up there for 2 years straight. Yeah.
Do you know the horse?
Oh, well.
You know the horse on the on the new quarters, the horse, right?
So, What?
What?
Where?
You know the the quarters, the horse that's on the quarter.
Yes.
You know what? You
Yeah.
know that's a quarter. You know that's a quarter horse.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, very good, Chris.
You get it? You get it?
Hey, Chris, what do you think of
Yeah.
these? Chris? What do you
I'm
think
here.
of these balloons flying around?
I don't know.
What do you think of these balloons flying around?
I think it's target practice time.
I think it's a bunch of bullshit.
I think it's the end of the world. We're all doomed.
I think that
Oh
could
my
be enough.
goodness. He went right for the doomsday scenario. Chris, you're an optimist. I got to tell you.
I don't know what to
Michelle, what do you
I
think?
don't know.
I don't believe everything I hear, and I think it's just they're just making it out to be more than what it is. They say that we're supposed to go to war with China and this and that, but it's like in reality, nothing is really private. So like for them to like send a balloon to go spy on us is ridiculous because they could probably like try to hack into our system or whatever else. Like, oh, really? Oh, they sent a balloon over to spy on us. Like, okay. Is that how we're gonna like go to war now? We're just gonna send air balloons over to, you know, we're
Yeah, I don't buy it
really?
either.
I
Well,
don't.
what do you
And
think
they
about our
found, they
friendly
scooped them up
ally,
after they shot
Canada,
them.
letting it go through their territory into the U.S.?
Yep.
Yeah, but
Oh,
if
Debbie
they're part
heard
of
me.
NATO, they're always like that. They're always like that. Nobody hassles Canada. They just wanted to stay out of it.
Well, I'm wondering.
No, I mean the balloon went through Canada to get to us, so there was no
Yeah, I know.
warning from Canada. There was no
Yeah, I
action
know.
from Canada.
Ah,
So that was pretty shitty.
I mean, Canada. If you look at the one battleship they have, I mean, Canada's a joke as far as protecting themselves. Any kind of warfare. They're just neutral. I mean, they belong to NATO and everything, but they're so non-confrontational. They stayed out of it.
Besides having
It's a good move. They're
Castro's
not in any
son
trouble.
ruling that, Canada, I mean, what else can go wrong?
I'm wondering if they're not planning on putting something in those balloons.
Yeah, it's
They're trying to see how far they get those balloons to go. If they get one to land, do they plant a bomb in them? Could they plant some kind of poison in there? What could they do with those? But they're trying to see if they'll.
Yeah, right.
That's what I was thinking.
Like sarin gas or whatever.
Yeah, first trying to see if
Yeah.
they can be protected, and then put something in them later. Who knows? You don't know.
Maybe.
If there's nothing in them, they're just big empty balloons. Why are they sending them our way? Why do they keep
Well,
popping? So,
what does our president have to say about all this, Mr. Biden?
he's got his security team
Is
working.
he
That's
right here?
sketchy.
Oh no, that's the other one.
I don't think they can tell us a lot of information.
That's sketchy.
And
Why-
there's a lot
and
of
why
things the
Nate-
government doesn't
why-
tell
why
us.
Nate-
I don't think they know much.
And why didn't they take it down? Take it down right away instead of waiting a couple of days after. They should have been taking it down right away.
Because he had
PR.
to talk to NATO first and say, can we do this? They can't just do it. You make China pissed off, they got Russia backing them. So we've got to be careful what we do. So until they talk to him and his security people talk to him, all of his military, he's got to make sure he does what they want him to do.
I just
I
think
think they have
it's,
to
you
tell
know,
him a
vague,
couple
no good
times so he'll be
pictures.
able
I
to
mean,
remember it.
what's in the damn thing?
No.
Yeah, I think you're right. They need to blow up a party balloon and point to it.
Hey, we're the United States. We'll take down our own towers, and we'll show you.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll rebuild.
I don't think it's anything to worry about. I think what
No.
you think, Michelle, it's just ridiculous that they'd be sending balloons in this day and age.
Yeah, really.
You know, it
Like,
doesn't
let's
make
be
sense.
honest.
I mean, they got
Because,
drones. I mean, China has been spying on us. China's been spying on us for 50 years with satellites from outer space. And now they're going to start sending balloons. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Exactly.
anything
And all
else
this
with an
bullshit that's
engine
supposed
would
to
have
be in
been
a spy
detected
gear.
earlier,
Show me some
don't you
pictures.
think?
Show me some pictures. Show me some pictures or video of what was in these damn things.
No.
Nothing.
Don't do that.
Just a bunch of old mangled up shit. Look like an old deflated, just regular old crappy weather balloon, the one they got in the Great Lakes the other night. Plus 20,000 feet is nothing.
Michelle, what do you think?
That
Michelle,
one
what do you
lingers
think?
around. They don't even know what it was.
Michelle, what do you think of
Well,
all
it's
those?
for radar detection if it's under 20,000.
Michelle, what do you think of all those migrants that they're dumping in New York by the truckloads?
Oh, wow.
There's like 25,000 migrants have been dropped off in New York now. No place to live, nowhere to go. They were forced out of a hotel that they were
They'll
in.
fit in perfect.
I
They'll
think,
fit in
Oh
perfect.
my God.
I think the thing is, right, is so having these migrants come in, right? I think it's actually a plus to our economy because the migrants will take these jobs and with less pay that we don't want to do because we're too spoiled, right? So,
Where are these people going to live and stay?
well, the government has to figure that out.
cares?
As long as they pay their taxes and
You know,
they're being productive, I don't see what the problem is.
right? No, but they have to have a place to live.
The problem is they're undocumented immigrants. And that's
Well-
that's against the law. And they're all
Well-
going to be getting Medicaid and food stamps and WIC and
Yep.
every other fucking thing.
You
Actually,
know,
they
that's-
don't all get that.
Well, you can't get those. You cannot get food stamp. You cannot get those things unless if you have to be documented. So like they have to know who you are. You have to have identification. You can't just be like you just can't be like you're gonna get documented if you come into the United
there's
States.
there's ways
No,
around.
there actually are.
There's ways around the system.
No,
So
look it up. I looked it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
they'll find you.
People think they get so much when they come here, but they don't. It's kind of funny. They work their butts off.
They do vet them.
I've worked with
Yeah.
migrants. I've worked with migrants, and they're actually, I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but they're actually really hard workers and
Yeah.
just stuff that I don't want to do, to be honest with you. I do not want to do that kind of work for not a lot of money. And
Who are
they're
you
happy
talking
to
about?
do it.
Mexicans?
We've got
Who are
Yeah.
you talking about? Mexicans?
Yeah.
Huh?
We
Yeah,
got
fuck
J1.
yeah, man. There's no way you can outwork a Mexican.
we got
No
J1.
way.
We got J1 students coming here in 3 weeks. J1
They work their
students.
butts off when they come here. They work 2 jobs a lot of times, send the money over to their family till they go home.
Yep.
Tom, didn't you do a video about
Yeah.
Marty hiring a crew and they did very good work very quickly?
Yep.
In one of the buildings Marty owns?
Yeah. I knew this
Yeah.
already, though. I don't care
Yeah.
what they do. Making pizzas, picking cherries, tearing down wood.
Working
They'll
in
strap
hotels.
banana peels to their fucking feet and climb up the smokestack and dismantle it by themselves.
They work in hotels.
Crazy.
And
They're the hardest work.
Very true.
Yeah. And
I
then
think-
party
I
like
think
hell on the
they're just-
weekends.
I think they're just grateful because of where they came from. Like, the thing is, right? So I think we all get to a point where we're just spoiled and like we just don't care about what we have anymore. And to actually have nothing and then to rebuild yourself again, it's a good feeling, just in general. And
It's true. Yeah.
I really don't have
They're
like I've
appreciative.
had to do like I've had to do that in my life where, I have everything and then go to nothing and then it gives you a sense of I don't know,
But
I
hate,
don't look down upon it.
They
But
only make
hate-
$6 a day. I
and
mean, how can
hate-
you live on $6 a day?
and
We're
hate-
working 8 hours a day.
and hate crimes are on the rise in the United States against them too. I mean, you got,
People are stupid
there's people that
and racist.
don't want them in this country. They don't want them here. They don't bother me. I could care less. But there's
Yeah.
ones that are so do not want them here.
Those people who are attacking these people need to get their asses out there and get a job. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
That's right. They don't want them getting into skilled trades.
And they won't. Most of them don't speak English all that well.
That's the big issue.
So
My issue is if you want to live in this country, learn to speak the fucking language. I'm sorry, and I stand on my ground when I say that.
I've met people who speak Croatian,
I'm just,
Serbian,
that's just- I'm
German,
sorry.
Polish, Chris, all over Milwaukee.
Well, I'm just saying.
I mean, not everybody who lives
well-
here speaks the
Well,
language.
they need to learn, though. I mean, that's something they, needs,
Well, my friend George's mom never learned. She's here
You
for-
need to,
If they,
Chris.
Yeah.
You need to learn Spanish, Chris.
Well, I don't.
Yeah,
You need to learn
exactly,
Spanish.
Chris.
So you can
You agree that
understand
people that live in the U.S. should learn to speak the language?
Yeah.
Don't
It'll
you
make
agree?
it easier for them, but so what?
If we went to their country, we have to learn to speak their language, right? No
No.
one's going to teach us, right?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah, but you don't need to go to their country. Go to Texas or California.
No, but what I'm
or
saying,
Florida.
but if we went to their country,
Go
we
to
would have
Texas,
to
California,
their
Arizona.
Why can't they learn to speak? And a lot of them, are fakes because a lot of them speak English. They just don't want to speak it because there's a lot of them here that do that, and I can tell that they can speak English. They just don't want to.
What? They're more
How can you tell?
Oh, many of them. There's
The
a lot.
look on their face.
I could just tell
What?
the way they talk and the way they
We did
speak.
have Asian people, Hmong people at our green market in Milwaukee, who you'd say, they no English, no English, no English. And then when you'd say, how much is that? Oh, $1.
A lot of them speak English. They
They
just
don't
choose
really
not
want
to.
to know.
A lot of them speak English, but they choose not to. Which,
Certain things they would speak
Ah,
English.
so what? I'm glad they're here.
How,
Because they
how are
don't.
the hot dogs?
I'm glad they're
Tom?
here.
that don't bother me one bit or the other.
Oh, good. I got those for my trail cams.
Do you know I
There's my
typed
trail cams.
in
$1.69
ketchup and
each.
mustard?
$1.39 each. Aldi's.
Oh, okay. Oh, you shop at Aldi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that made me hungry for a
Just
hot
for
dog
that
with
kind of
ketchup
stuff.
and mustard and relish. And when I typed in K&M, it said S&M. The autocorrect changed it. I was like, that's a different type of hot dog. Was it too wet
You don't wanna
in
eat
the face so you can't eat it?
I'm pretty. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you don't want those hot dogs. $1.30.
I know. I wouldn't eat the
You'll be in
really
the
cheap hot
bathroom all
dogs.
night.
But you know,
Yeah.
Michelle, I
Yeah.
started out with a whole lot of
Yeah.
nothing and still have most of that. Does that count?
Oh, there you go.
Most of what? The hot dog? Yeah.
No, she was talking about accumulating
use them to-
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
So I
You
just
can
had
use them
tell
to
her that
practice to
joke.
deep throat. Yeah. Good
Maybe
idea.
you can. I'll pass.
Yeah.
I don't need any practice.
Those got to be bad for you though. $1.39 a whole pack.
Oh my God! All the best ears, lips, and hooves you can ever
Yeah.
put in one
Hoofs. Yeah, I
place.
agree. Yeah, you're not kidding. Yeah, it's true.
I got a
Probably
movie.
some innards for flavor.
Yum.
Yeah,
Tom
I
needs,
think
to,
so.
Tom needs to see Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was just watching
what's that
that
about?
last night and I could not stay up and I zapped myself to sleep. He is so sexy.
Oh, Magic
Like you
Mike.
want to just look at those moves over and over and emulate them. They're so good.
Tom's
I
the
do.
Magic Mike.
Yeah,
I didn't say
Never heard
it,
of it.
Chris did.
I said it.
No, there's a movie called Magic Marshall. You can
Who
better
is it?
see it.
What's it about?
If there was a
It's
magic,
about a male
What's it
stripper
about?
that he can move his body like it's fluid. Woo! Gets me hot just thinking about
women-
it. I'm sorry.
Women don't care about that shit. Oh, you're Lynn.
Hmm. You know, they say dirty books
That's something you
never
go to
have
a
any dust
bachelorette
on them.
party.
Exactly.
It's true. Women aren't into that kind of shit. Just to have fun. Michelle, you ever been to a male strip club?
No.
Who hasn't?
Michelle. Oh, okay.
What?
You had to hesitate on that. Yeah. Would you look around, see if hubby was fell asleep yet?
Her radar was up. Ooh, he's in the kitchen. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah. She looked left, right. Oh, he's reading. Nope.
He's
1001.
behind you.
1002.
We hear her go, "Ah!" and
Good
you know it's hubby sneaking up behind her.
You'll be
Sorry.
Do they even have
Oh,
those
I
in
love
Rochester,
you.
Michelle?
Um,
Michelle?
What?
Sex clubs? I mean,
I don't want to
stripper
talk
clubs
about this.
for girls.
Yeah. Male strip
yeah.
clubs. Male strip clubs.
There you go. I was
No,
all
they don't.
flustered still.
Yes.
They don't have male
Yes or no?
strip clubs. No male strip clubs.
Boo.
They
Oh.
have
Okay.
shows.
Yeah.
I've heard of shows that they have, but
Yeah. You ever been to a bachelorette party where they did anything like that?
I have.
no, I haven't.
Yeah.
Anybody?
But she's been with her
Okay.
husband for a long time, so she has an excuse.
Yeah. that's true.
Tom, do you want to hear this?
I
Sex
just
is like
don't-
art.
yeah.
Most of
go ahead.
most of it's pretty bad, and the good stuff is out of your price range. Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah. Kind of true. About it.
Uh,
Look at Rita. Rita, not anymore. We're not talking about now, Rita. We're talking about years ago. Of course, you don't care about him anymore.
Frisky said,
She'd rather
hot
see
male
women. You're
strippers?
lying.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Hot male
Yeah, they had a
strippers,
big
I'm
one
in.
in Canada when I lived in Detroit. Yeah, it's a big deal. But I think it's mostly joking and just having a good time. Where guys don't go to the strip clubs for the same reason women do. I'm not saying always, but in general. It's got to be a special event.
are you going to be
You
out
don't
here
see
for a
single
while?
women sitting around putting $5 bills. Yeah,
Okay, I'm
Yep.
going to go eat. I'll be back
I
later.
think it's a lot. Okay. I think it's a lot of different reasons, you know.
Oh, did Chris
What's this?
drop down?
Most women seem to think that. What's that, Chris? Seem to think what? Yeah, he's going to eat. He said he's going to be back. Yeah.
Maybe is
Went to a
Frisky's
regular strip club
post
across
or
West
Rita's
Virginia for a
post?
birthday party. Yeah, Rita said she'd rather see girls. Usually that's just to
Oh.
make the guy, you know, happy and feel good, that kind of thing, you know.
Those clubs are fun too,
Yeah,
because
see,
they
Chris,
definitely
Chris thinks
include
that's
the
it.
significant others in the fun.
So Tom, I want to ask you a question.
They do.
So
They do.
Yeah,
when
go
you
ahead.
were-
Fire away.
when you were married, And like, if your wife was like, "Yeah, I want to go to
Yeah.
the strip club," would you let her? Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. That's the safest place you could go. It's a motherfucker hanging around the pop machine at work's the one I'm worried about.
That's
Well,
so
he
true.
told you.
No, no, I swear, it's so.
Yeah.
It's how I think. I think you have a good point to that.
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't worry about a strip club at all. Zero. I wouldn't. Because there'd be peer
Exactly.
pressure there with who she was with, and it'd just be fun and giggling. No, I think it'd be the safest place you could go. It'd be way better than calling her for 2 hours and she doesn't answer her phone and she's not at a strip club. That'd drive me fucking bonkers.
Right.
Strip club? Yeah, nah, that wouldn't bother me. It really wouldn't. No. And she didn't go, as far as I know. I don't know if I know any women that I ever had anything to do with that went to them. I don't know. I don't know anybody that did. I don't think. I mean, I'm sure they did way worse shit, but nobody ever talked about going to those. The only thing I know about them from is seeing it on TV or a YouTube video or something like that. But I heard bachelorette parties. I read an article one time about the marriages that are ruined because of bachelor and bachelorette parties, where it gets back to the significant other, what kind of crap went on in this stupid party a week before the wedding, and they called the wedding off.
Wow.
Makes sense.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of some people doing some pretty. I mean, I think it's stupid for a guy to, like, a week before his wedding, go with a bunch of guys to a strip club for a bachelor party. It's just not a good idea.
Gonna get you in trouble.
Guys are weird when they're around other guys. Showing off and acting
They have
weird
a
and
pissing
getting too
contest,
drunk, that
right,
kind
Tom?
of thing. Yeah, stuff like that. Just goofy shit
Yeah,
on video.
Who can get the prettiest girl
Lose her
on
job.
stage?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yep. But most strippers, women, they're pretty immune to any guy coming in. Most of them are married or have boyfriends. It's not like you got single, unattached women working in strip clubs. They got kids. They got. Look at it when a strip club closes. Who's picking them up? Some guy. It's their boyfriend or their husband. It's not like what guys think, Not always, but a lot of the times.
Yeah, it's said too that a lot of the strippers are gay. They like other women and they're just there for the money. So you never know.
A lot of the male strippers are gay, for sure.
A lot of the female ones are too.
I never heard that.
They're lesbies.
I never heard that.
Yeah,
they didn't look gay.
Mm-hmm. Or Lizzies, however you want to pronounce that, in which context. Yeah.
Because I knew girls that stripped, and they never mentioned that.
They want your money. That's why.
You got any info on that, Michelle? No, but I mean, the girls working with other stripper girls, they would have figured that out over the course of 6 months or so, you'd think. If they were lesbians or not.
What are they going to go on stage with a bullhorn and announce, I'm a Lizzie?
No, I'm talking about co-workers.
Huh?
Co-workers.
Yeah, but they're not going to announce.
If you worked with a lesbian
club
for 6 months, you would eventually figure it out. No, you would. They don't care.
There's no laws against them working on the same stage together, though.
No, I know that. I just don't think there are many.
Okay.
What's that, Michelle?
I think
maybe I'm wrong.
I think there's a lot of, like, the young women. They obviously they're there to get money from guys, and I mean, a lot of them either have issues or they actually have a plan to, like, use it to go to school, to go to college, to better themselves, and I mean, there's a lot of jobs like that, so.
There is? Outside the strip club? Where? Tell me, please. I want to know. Inquiring mind.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you
Give me,
hell.
give me an example.
Well, think about it. Think about it like this, right? So there's women who want to live a certain lifestyle, right? Like maybe they don't want to like have your typical job, or they want to find a man to support them. I mean, I don't really think it's any different than if they were to go out there and let's say you go to a country club and you know that there's a lot of guys with money there, and you're like, oh, well, this, or whatever like that. I mean, I know people who go to places like upscale places looking for somebody who has money. So I mean, and they're just
Yeah, but
having fun and men
there's
are
two
paying
arguments.
them. Sure.
There's two arguments for that. One is that yeah, it's disgusting, bunch of old lechers chasing young girls. The other side of the coin is that it's as honest as a relationship ever gets. When you see an old, unattractive guy with money and a nice, young, beautiful woman, how much clearer? There's no lines are blurred. Everybody knows what they're in it for. There's no
Right.
bullshitting each other. So, in a sense, you could argue that it's more honest than traditional relationships because everybody knows where they stand and what their role is, and it's all laid out on the table.
I mean, I think that I just think, men are attracted to, pretty women, like women are attracted to nice looking guys, and they're just trying to they're just living their life, like not everybody came from a lot of money. These girls probably their upbringing probably was like they probably didn't have a lot of options, the parents,
Yeah,
were kind of
but
like
look at it this way
whatever.
too, like not saying any names, but the other women, like on a chat like this, will come on, disagree with it or agree with it, whatever. But like 99% of the women probably that ever came on one of these chats gave it away, didn't charge a fucking dime. What are we supposed
That's
to
not
do?
exactly
Have a
true.
parade for them?
Well,
You don't think? What isn't exactly true?
Just come in and lock the door.
Did you
Lock them
ever
in there.
charge?
I'll be right
the
back,
thing,
Lock
guys.
them in here.
I think it's
If you're a
what you're
dating
going.
partner.
Not what you think.
I think it's where you're going with it. Like if you're looking to like be with somebody and to start a relationship, and like I said,
No, the relationship is getting nude and having sex.
well, I mean,
That's the
isn't that every
relationship.
relationship? Isn't that every relationship? But
It
you have
is. It
to,
is. This is my point. It is every
but
relationship. But I mean, how can you criticize girls hanging out at a country club when all the women on here that discuss things on the chat gave it away? It
right.
was free.
Oh, well, no, like I see where you're going with this. So the thing is, right, is like
Yeah, I
in
mean,
a
every
natural, like,
guy you had. Now, I'm not going to put you on the spot like this, but not every woman that had sex with every guy was looking for the kind of relationship that normal people would have in a traditional dating scenario.
right.
People have casual sex with no intention of long term relationships. They gave it away free.
Right.
So, I mean, when you really get down to the brass tacks about the whole thing, it's really hard to criticize someone that, inch the old yardstick up a little bit
Right. Well,
and decided to acknowledge getting all sorts of gifts and cars and cash and jewelry and whatever else. It's a commodity.
I don't think that
They've got
there's
something that he wants, and he has something that they want.
right. I mean, I
So,
I think as long as it's mutual, and there you can. I think I don't know. Like, for me, when I was dating, and everything else, like I was looking
Mhm.
for a relationship. Do you know what I mean? Like I wanted a
Every
partner
single time, every single time, every single time.
every single time. Every single time I was seriously like, granted, okay, that's not how it ended up working out because they obviously weren't looking for that. But um I mean, I think a lot of people just don't communicate what they want or need. Like, I think men are afraid to be like, I just want to have sex with you, blah, 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 because they know
Hell
that
yeah,
a
they
lot of
are. You
women,
better believe
if,
it.
but if you were to say that, right, do you think that you would still
You're
be able
done.
to have sex with a woman because you just laid
No.
everything out there?
Hell no. No.
I
Which
mean,
is why people end up meeting
you
in the
might
country
find
club.
somebody, but you might find
Yeah,
somebody
fuck yeah. Good luck. Yeah, you
who's
might
like
not,
that.
mostly. Yeah, you could. And once in a blue moon. I mean, it's like snowing in June someplace. But I wouldn't bank on it.
Well, it's being
I wouldn't bank on it.
vulnerable. Like even being honest is being vulnerable. So even if you're like, this is what I'm looking for, um, you're probably, you might get shut down, you might not get shut down for it.
So you have regrets, I guess, don't you? You have regrets?
Oh yeah, especially when I was younger, like because I always thought like, you know, it was going to go somewhere, and then it was the guy's fault. I mean, it like if a guy were to tell me that all he, especially when I was younger, that all he wanted, was that, then I probably would have never wasted my time to begin with. This is
What I
where,
said, that's why I didn't say that.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is,
But
yeah,
you never know
like
where
this
it's going
is
to go. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Wait 6 months? It's called hormones.
no, no,
Just
like
think of the patients you'd
if
have now compared to then.
if you right, well, if you're like, if you know
You
what you
wanted it
want.
too. Hey, you wanted it. Quit blaming the guy. You wanted it just as bad.
I'm not saying that I never wanted to have sex, okay? This is not where I'm saying. What I'm saying is misleading people. That's what I'm saying. Like I- if if that's what you're looking for and that's all that you're looking for, then just be honest with the person to begin with, you know?
No, no, I wouldn't. No, no way. You'd never get laid. You see if you like their personality. You fuck around. See if that's any good. And then see if it takes off from there. It's
See,
all
why
part of
can't
it.
it
It's
be
like not.
but why can't it be the other way around? Why don't you see how you are with the person first
I'll tell you
and
why.
then
I'll tell you
decide?
why. Because of hormones. Because of hormones. It trumps logic
Mic check, mic check.
and common sense. Why do you think teenage pregnancies through the fucking roof? Why do you think teenage pregnancies through the roof?
I
Why do
can
you
tell
think
you
abortion's
why.
such a big deal? That's how we all got here.
You you want
Yeah,
me
go
to tell
ahead.
you
Why?
why? Okay. I
Yes, but
know
is this speaking from
this. Okay,
is this speaking
there
from
are
experience?
there are 300 to 500 million sperm in one teaspoon. So that's for every fertile female on the face of the planet can get impregnated by that.
Well,
I'm
that's the
telling
thing.
you, that's how
Yeah,
many
it's good.
sperm
It's
there
true. It's
are.
facts.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. We're all
Wow.
put on
I
here
bet you I have
basically.
more than that.
You have more. What, Michelle?
Yeah, that I do. What's that,
We were
Michelle?
basically meant to procreate, so that all comes into play
Amen.
too. And if that's why that's why people are attracted to attractive people, is because they subconsciously want to procreate. It's not even like a planned thing. Like, you see somebody attractive and you want to have
Yeah,
kids with them because it's your DNA. It's like you just want to keep keep everything going. But then we have
yeah.
these selfish
But
needs and
Michelle,
wants and what?
but say like you go out, you're young, a guy likes you, you got a good personality, you're easy to talk to, and he fucks your lights out for 3 hours, and you enjoy it, and he enjoys it. I don't get where you come up with this, like this vagueness on who did what, and that it didn't work out, and why can't guys be honest? Neither one of you had to say a fucking thing about it. He had his
No.
pants down around his ankles, and you couldn't find your panties halfway into the first date.
Oh, wow,
What's
you
wrong with
think
that?
Sexy.
It was,
oh,
yeah. What's wrong with that?
I've never
Because you
like
didn't get
had
married and live in a perfect house and have,
no. Well, I've never just like had sex with a random person like that. So I mean, it was usually we talked, we got to, you know, it, it wasn't just like,
yeah, I
you
know.
know,
So the timeline's important to you. It had to be more than one date,
yeah, like I
even
want
though
to
the result
know.
was the same. Well, how many? How many? 6 dates, 9 dates, 2 weeks? Sliding scale?
I mean,
Was it different?
it shouldn't
Always
be.
the same?
Well, it shouldn't be like as soon as you meet somebody and you don't even know them, like
No, I
you
didn't
want to
say
like
that. I didn't say that.
Who
But
made that
eventually
rule?
it happened. Eventually it happened. It wasn't as whether it happened or not. It happened, and you're
if
hung up on the timeline.
no, if something okay, so if something doesn't work out, then something doesn't work out. Like if you
Yeah,
tried to have a relationship and it just didn't work out, that's one thing. But it's
yeah,
another thing
right.
when you're going after especially like younger women and stuff, and they tell you what they want and what they want with you in a relationship, and then you did not want that. All you wanted was one thing and you lied. And then you hurt her feelings. That's different.
I'll be back in a second again. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I get it. Like the Brady Bunch. Yeah, Christine. Yeah. No, I know what you're saying, but there's no minus a crystal ball. Life doesn't work that way. I'm sure you banged some guys that turned out to be total assholes.
Right. Oh, no, for sure. No, you're right. But like, I don't blame. I'm see, this is different. Like, I'm not going to blame somebody for a relationship not working out because we couldn't get along or whatever. But it's another thing when you're, telling them like, oh, this is what I wanted to lead to, this and that, and then it really wasn't to begin with. Then you're just lying to yourself and the other person.
Yeah, but they never admitted that to you. That's just something you kind of pieced together in your own mind. The relationship didn't work out, and the only thing you could come up with on why it didn't was that's what they were looking at. They never told you that, because what good would it do them? You just kind of thought, well, what a jack off. This guy wasn't honest. It just didn't work out. But does
No,
it? But it doesn't matter. Hey, how about this? You had dates where it didn't work out, where you didn't have sex. So don't blame having sex for its failure.
no.
It was the personality issue that broke you up. It wasn't the sex.
See, no, see, this is the thing. Like, so if you're buttering somebody up to get one thing and you knew like that's what you wanted, but like you didn't tell the other person and
You
come to
wanted it
find out.
too.
Not just that though. That's the thing. It's like I never just went around having sex with people just because I just wanted to
No,
have
but
sex with them.
even if you did, but when the dust settles, there's a million reasons why you have sex. You put a lot of emphasis on the personality of the relationship, what their goal was, blah, blah, blah. I mean, minus being fucking gay, let me give you a little hint here. All guys would like to get in your pants on the first fucking night if they could. But, and if you told the truth, it never happened. So they're nice and they wait it out and they jack off for the first 10 dates and act like they're being gentlemen. I mean, this is just nature at its finest. You can't fault guys for wanting that and maybe changing up their shtick a little to get it.
I'm not saying that
They're not
like
tying
men
you up, handcuffing you, raping you.
I'm not saying that wanting to have sex is a bad thing or what, I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm just saying when you're
No, but
deceiving people.
you're
So
deceiving
so
people.
Tom, so Tom, right? You
So
know
a guy
yourself, right?
likes a girl. A guy likes a girl. A guy likes a girl. You said yourself, women like attractive men. Opposite sex is attracted to opposite sex. So if you're attracted to a guy, you know what that is. You've met guys that you liked everything about them, but you weren't sexually attracted to them. Big difference. So the guys you ended up getting down with, you liked them too, physically and emotionally.
Right.
It
I
didn't
mean,
work out. So
well,
what? You had sex, didn't work out. I would be surprised if a guy came up to you and tapped you on your shoulder and said, "You know what, Michelle? After 9 weeks, you know what? That was my number one goal, and I finally got you. I wish it hadn't taken so long." You're assuming they didn't tell you that. I mean, you're an attractive
well,
girl. They wanted to get in your pants. Why villainize it? You should have been flattered. You weren't tricked, were you?
oh yes. There were
How many
times.
times?
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh no.
Misleading.
How old were
Mis-
you?
um, like teenage years, like late teenage years, early 20s.
And you think you were
Didn't
just
know any better then. You were easily manipulated more than you would be now, right,
Right. Right. No, you're absolutely right.
Michelle?
Like, but well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about like
Everybody goes through that.
younger,
So how
um
about this then? How about this? You had sex, they enjoyed it, but you didn't. Is that a false statement?
I've had sex where I didn't enjoy it and they did, but that doesn't make anybody a bad person. Like what makes a bad
No, it
person is
doesn't.
that
I'm just saying that, you're acting like someone came in, got a couple roofies, had you do a shot and a beer, and the next morning you wondered why they weren't coming around anymore. This was dating. You liked them, they liked you. And just like everybody else did that dated, it didn't work out. But it wasn't like some big giant imaginary bullseye. But they liked other things about you.
I think what she's
It
trying to
wasn't just
say is they
sex.
might have been a little bit misleading and they might have listened to her concerns, her wants for the future, and then turned that around and said the exact same thing back to her about what they wanted in a relationship or for the future. Happened to a girlfriend of mine within 10 years ago. He took her out house shopping like they were going to get married was the next step just to get her into bed. That's manipulation. If he knew she wanted
right.
a solid relationship, a nice, multi-million-dollar house, blah, blah, blah. And that's exactly what he fed her was a bunch of lies. And then as soon as he nailed her, he was nailing on down the road.
Right. Then
So
you
it
come to find
happens
out like
to us all.
yeah, like come to find out they were sleeping with a lot of other women and they were deceiving you like you're the only one and like
Yeah.
I want to
Mm-hmm.
do so. This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying like, you know, if you're honest and it just didn't work out, like that's different. Like I've had
Hey,
relationships
but
where
I'm not saying this about, hey, how about this then? How about this? Not you. I'm not saying you as an example, or you, Rochelle. But how about that you don't know anything when you first get into it? You meet somebody, you like their personality, they got a good body, you think they're cute. You have sex with them 2 or 3 times, like, this is terrible. It's so bad that I don't even want to, I'm not even motivated to teach him anything. Did you ever think of that?
I've never.
What happened if the guy had sex with a woman and it was terrible and he didn't want it again, and she's telling stories like you do?
Hey, the flip of the coin, right?
It wasn't a good experience for him either. No, it wasn't a good experience for him either. I'm talking in general, not your experiences. But that happens. These women are running around telling everybody, yeah, this guy, man, he had one plan. And maybe he did really want the things that he talked about. But once he got these women in bed and had sex with them a couple times, like, this is terrible, man. I don't want to mess with this. It happens.
Yeah,
but
that does.
She's going to go around and tell stories like you do. I'm just saying that there's 2 sides to every story. And that if people have sex, whether it worked out or whether it did, isn't that big a deal. It's consenting adults.
The matter of perception, too, though. Your side of the story and matter of perception.
And what was he supposed to do? Whip out a 4-carat engagement ring?
I don't know.
I mean,
I was gone.
Like to have that stability. It depends on what you're looking for. See, this is the problem here. Everyone is looking for something, right? And if you're just honest and open with a person on what you're looking for, then there's no harm. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. And if you're just being honest and, just with whatever the case may be, that's up to you. But
that's a fallacy. Nobody can be that honest. Let me give you another example. You don't have to agree with it. Suppose, for an example, you met a guy and you got along, you loved his personality and everything was going, you're great, and you dated, and all your life you said size didn't matter. And then you get this guy in the sack and he's got a pecker the size of a 3-year-old.
Oh.
And that's just an obstacle that you couldn't overcome, and you wouldn't know who to tell about it. I mean, there's a variety of reasons why this doesn't work out. Would you? You understand that? I mean, it can work out.
Sex isn't just about, yes, you're supposed to, have pleasure and, whatever, but it shouldn't be the basis. Like, if you have somebody, right?
Trying to be polite.
And they have, and they make your life better, and they help you with, your goal. If they give you that partnership that you want, I mean.
Well, you are complicating the hell out of this.
Women usually do when they don't want to directly answer. Oh, little kitty cat.
I mean, you can always get there's always ways around that. If that's the sole thing, the sole.
It's not the sole thing. You keep saying that. They didn't. I'm just saying the guys aren't going to go through all that shit for just that. They liked you. It just didn't work out. Rochelle, do you agree with this? Do you think the same way that she thinks?
I was gone for her story. I was cat wrangling, so I don't know what she said. Okay. I just said what, my girlfriend experienced 10 years ago, where everything she told the guy, he just rubber banded back on her. He wanted a stable relationship. He wanted to be monogamous. They went house shopping and ring shopping. So she was fairly secure that she was the one and only and in true love. And then as soon as he nailed her, he was gone.
Well, whatever happened to that girl?
She's still dating.
That lady.
Yes, she's still dating.
There you go. There you go.
Just be honest.
So he wasn't the only guy that moved on, was he?
Yeah,
you can't be that honest.
She's married and she's telling them she's single. So once they find out she's married and doesn't want to get a divorce, they have the choice of leaving. Most do.
Oh,
Because where's the
gotcha.
future in that?
Gotcha.
So, I don't believe in how she dates, but that's her choice.
You see these guys on these murder shows. I mean, a lot of those guys are married and they're jetting around and have separate families and all this crap. It's crazy.
Oh, exactly. Mm-hmm.
There was a famous
well,
judge in
I
Michigan that had 2 families. And they finally caught him.
don't know.
Oh, really?
I just
What's
say,
that, Michelle?
why aren't just people honest?
Yeah.
Because I know people who are okay with relationships like that or whatnot. Just be
Relationships like what?
like not monogamous relationships, and they're okay with
Okay, thank you.
not having the traditional, um, you know, one man,
How
one
many people do
wife.
you know like that? You
A
talking about
few.
those 2 dykes, you know?
Oh, Tom, be nice.
Tom,
You talking about those 2 lesbos?
Tom. No.
Well, you do know 2 lesbos, don't you?
Actually, no, because
Oh
they're
my
married
gosh.
and monogamous. So no, I'm not talking about the 2
Yeah, but they're
lesbians.
still lesbians. I just wondered if that's who you were referring to. Okay. All right. You know people in open relationships? They really do
Yeah,
it?
that they're okay with it. That's because,
How many?
and usually like five or six. I mean,
Good night, John Boy.
I don't know a lot of people intimately. Like I don't have, but I'm sure there's more out there. If I know 5,
Well, I'd say you
I
do if you know that about them. You do if you know that much
right.
about them. That's quite
Right. Well, I don't know a ton of people, and I don't know a ton of people that intimately, like, but the people that I do know, so I
yeah.
know 5 that there's probably more, like, that are okay with, um, and that goes for they have different reasons for that too.
That
So
probably just seems. Yeah, I can tell you what that is.
What is that?
Rochelle,
What?
you cool with that? If people doing that, does that just seem a little off to you, or something you could understand and
To
support
I
career
each their
friends?
own. I
to
like
so
learning all the time, so I'm open.
so the thing is, right, is
Hmm.
when you're dealing with that situation, it always gets complicated and messy.
Yeah.
It does. Like, I'm sorry, like, it, I don't know, like, usually 9 times out of 10, it, you know, it gets messy. I don't want to have to live that lifestyle. So, I mean, if you're asking personally, if you're asking for, whatever, but um, it
What if
does. There'd
hubby
be
pitched you
different.
with that one day? What if hubby pitched you with that one day? You wanted to give that a try.
If he wanted to be in a relationship with somebody else,
If he
I
if he
don't
wanted to
know.
give it a try, yeah, would that make you go bonkers? You'd go absolutely berserk. I thought we were honest. You'd go fucking nuts.
I've never thought about. I would think.
Think about it right now. You know how you'd feel. You'd be going right to Ace Hardware and looking for a pickaxe. You'd go crazy. I'll tell you what you'd want. First, you'd question him on why. And then the second thing, you'd want a divorce. There's no way you'd go along with that. Not after the stories you've been telling tonight. It was bad enough when you suffered these guys that were full of shit when you were young. You're not doing it anymore.
I don't think that there's
It's
like
all right.
when
No, you got
when
morals.
when you give, when you're with somebody and that's what and who you want to be with, like you should. I never saw the big deal of having multiple relationships, like what people gained
Okay.
out of that. Really, you
Oh,
could just
yeah.
have
That's because you don't have
you
a penis.
I
You
mean,
think different than men.
you just,
The women are the
like,
one that are always confused. The guy knows exactly why.
yeah, but if every man acted on his impulse of wanting to sleep with every woman, what kind of chaos would we be living in right now? Think about that. Like,
No, I agree.
if,
Yeah. No, there's
if
something to be said for like order and yeah,
yeah, like
you're right.
if men
I'd
just
agree. Yep.
if men
Whether
just
you
went
like it or
around just
not.
having sex and everything with whatever they felt like they want, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. You're talking about heaven now.
That we would all just be having sex all the time
I
with
loved it.
everybody.
I wish I
You
could
would
have pulled it off some way.
you would
Believe
have
me. I think
you
it'd
would
been
have
great. I
yeah,
know
but
Bopox with me.
think about it like this. So like if you're going back to like biblical times
No, I do think about it. Do I ever? I've thought about it my
where
whole life.
where like um that was usually when all of that ended up happening was when the person was at some kind of war or there was
Uh-huh.
some kind of famine shortage or whatever, and then that was like acceptable. But usually it was like one man, one woman,
Nothing here.
and that's that's how it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how it, but, when you look at divorce compared to the marriage rate and that kind of thing, although, a lot of things have changed. There was a lot less sex before marriage back in the day, even like the 50s and stuff. So it's hard to really get a good idea just, what people say they want and what they do are sometimes really far apart. I mean, I
Right.
know women that I'm good friends with, and I know how they've got a good dickin' on vacation or something, and they'd never admit that on a chat like this. But I know them as friends, and it would never be talked about in the open. So, I mean, this isn't exactly the greatest litmus test for, the truth. Yeah, the Old Testament, Rita. You know what I mean? People do
Right.
it. It's human emotions. Like I said, when you get Google and how they strip the identifying information off what people really have to say, it's different than what they would verbalize on a chat like this. Like, I guarantee you got a couple skeletons in your closet you're never going to talk about on here. It's just the
Well,
way it is.
I mean, you just
Things that
don't.
you did that you don't want anybody to know about.
Sure. I mean, I don't
Wipe
think
that smile off your face.
Especially all of YouTube.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? I think it's just human behavior. It's not cookie cutter like, there's these philosophies and these
oh
things you
no,
should do,
no.
but doing them's the hard part.
I think if you follow a simple life, right, and you don't act on every urge, which no one should, like, do we as
Yeah.
humans have urges and needs and wants? Sure, we sure do. But like we don't act on it, like every time, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
And sometimes it works out for the
Unfortunately,
best.
I wish I could act on it every time. It's great. Yeah. Most of the time, it doesn't. You don't feel good about not acting on urges. You're a Christian, aren't you?
All
Aren't
right,
you a
little
Christian?
bird.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. So didn't God give you these urges?
Loud.
No. See, this is where you're going. Okay, I see where
Oh,
you're going with
oh,
this.
oh, oh, the devil. The
So,
devil did.
yes. So the thing is God wanted a man and woman to procreate. So to have sex, obviously you got to have sex to procreate, but that's what he wanted you to that's why it was there for. It wasn't for just your selfish pleasure wanting needs. It was to create something like a miracle. Like that's what he wanted. He wanted life. Now, do I think that you're just some horrible person but he knew that we had these, you know, he knew that we have these like wants and um whatever. But if you
And
can
sex is
try
fun?
to restrain from doing it all the time, then you will live a happier life than a not so happier life. Do you see where I'm getting with this?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
I'm a little
I just
confused. So
don't agree
you
with like
don't have
villainizing.
sex to have a happier life?
No.
Or did I miss something?
I'm not saying
Yeah.
not to.
Yep.
I'm not.
Basically.
Oh, I was covering the birds, so I missed a little something. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, but now I know where you get your bias and your axe to grind with sex. You feel it's dirty in some ways,
No,
and
like
you
no,
villainized it like it's wrong.
no.
And if you're not married and in love, you shouldn't have it, which is
Ooh,
nonsense.
We're not
I second that.
barbarians, okay? We're not. We're
I
not
know.
like
No,
you
but
know. It's okay to have fun and to like let loose and whatever, but like if you just do it all the time, you're basically just like living in this constant state of sin, which is not good for you.
no. So you don't believe? I guess you could strike premarital sex, right? That's bad too.
I,
I
Huh?
just ripped up my playbook and threw it out. Damn.
I'm sorry. Did
So
I
you're
just put a damper on it? No, I'm not saying that.
no,
I'm not
no.
saying that you're gonna see.
You
I'm
know
not.
I'm just funning with you. You're so
I
easy to
know.
fun
Like
with.
I'm not saying that sex is a bad thing and that you're a bad person if you want to have sex with somebody or whatever. But like,
No,
Yeah.
I'm cool. I believe
No, we
fun
don't
things
care.
should be practiced.
Yeah, fucking A. We're gonna have sex when we hook up.
who are you talking to?
Rochelle,
Oh,
definitely.
okay.
Yeah. I'm glad she's not in your position and you're not in hers, because I'd be like really worried.
Playtime for the
Rochelle.
rich and famous.
Yeah.
So what do I hear about this bidet, Michelle? Do tell. It
Oh, I have a
sounds
bidet.
interesting.
I do. I have a
Hmm?
bidet.
See, Tom? Wind her up.
What is that? What is that? What is that?
You don't know what a bidet is? It's
Do
to
you know?
whoosh your bum.
No, I never heard of it.
It's to whoosh your bum.
Oh,
You don't
really?
know what a bidet is?
I thought that was all UK stuff. I thought that was all
No.
UK stuff.
It's infiltrated the USA now.
Oh, really?
Clean heinies everywhere.
What do you
It's
what do you do?
it's
Have
like
to like an add-on?
it's a
No,
bit
she has it.
yeah. It's like a bath for your it washes your butt for
Yeah.
you.
Was it a separate thing?
No, see, so you can have a bidet toilet, right? But I just have mine is just an attachment to my toilet. But you can actually have like a toilet and then a bidet in your bathroom. But my bathroom
Oh,
isn't big enough for both.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the really
Oh,
nice
cool.
one with
Oh,
the
you had
neon
yours.
lights and the blowjob? I mean, the hot air to dry your bum?
No, I
They had
wish.
that?
I don't
Yes, they
How'd
know.
you
I
do.
don't
find out
know,
about
but
those?
It's all over the
Huh.
internet. Like they have this little dryer thing that comes up and goes, and it dries your bum nice and dry. So, and then they have neon lights, so it's like a disco party in the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
We do have neon lights
Yeah, I
in
guess
my
I won't.
toilet.
I guess I won't be getting one of those anytime
Right now?
soon. I guess I won't be getting one of those anytime soon.
Either. Yeah.
They're not all that cracked up to be honest with you.
Was that your Valentine's gift?
I'd be worried about the moisture in that area, that crack.
Right.
Because that can produce like fungus and stuff like
still
that.
Yeah, not if you take a
still
shower
have to
every day,
dry
though.
it.
Not if you take a
You
shower
still
every
have
day.
Yeah, but you're drying with a towel and you're making sure every little bit is dry. Aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you towel off afterwards?
You do have to. Like, not a towel, but you do have to, like... Well, you don't have to.
Does hubby use it
With
too?
what?
Does hubby use it too?
So you're drying off with toilet
he's
paper?
The one, yeah.
So
like,
doesn't that melt with water?
I mean, there's always, like, you know how they have the flushable wipes too, right? So they have...
Yeah.
You can get those. So it's really no different, except...
To dry off with, but they're wet.
Yeah. But you're going to want, like, toilet paper to, like... Tom's laughing. Tom's probably I never knew I would have a conversation.
Yeah, I'm not getting one. You know why? Because I'm not gay.
But I'm still a little confused because when toilet paper hits saturated water, it melts. So how do you exactly get dry without the blow dryer feature?
So if it like dries, it'll dry, on its own, obviously, because it's not like it just stays on your skin.
So you got to sit there and wait for it to dry.
No, I don't wait for
I
it
don't
to
know.
dry.
I'm honestly asking.
No, like, so...
Do you guys have contests?
Who could spray?
My bum dries faster than your bum.
Who could spray who with the bidet?
Oh my god! And it's cold water,
heard of that.
right? Because it's coming out of the wall where it goes into the tank. So it's like freezing cold water when it's cold outside,
it's not
right?
Freezing, but it's definitely not like to your body temperature. It's definitely cooler than
Help me
90
out.
degrees. Yeah, it's
that'll wake
definitely
you up
cooler.
in the morning. Better than coffee, right?
I never heard of this.
Good cold squirt up the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, thank you. Same to you,
I'm
Karen.
just playing.
Good luck with everything. Yeah, I'd never heard of that. I knew they did stuff like that in the UK, but I never heard of it over here. Oh, good for you. Are they expensive? What do they cost? $100?
No, they're not expensive at all. You can get them online if you want. Like, it probably depends on where you go to get it. I don't know. It all depends.
Why don't you just use a water pick?
Well, I have a water pick. I have a water pick for my teeth to clean my teeth off. So I mean, I guess it's. I don't know. Hold on,
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
I mean, who doesn't like a clean?
I think it makes sense.
I don't know.
Guys. It's funny you should say that because I've had women mention to me I know women that have mentioned that to me that really turns them off on their husbands and boyfriends. They say that guys are just kind of sloppy when it comes to that. Maybe they should get them one of those. Yeah.
Well, they would probably like it too because, like, then they wouldn't have to like wipe or anything. I don't know. I mean, it's all.
Well, you do have to wipe though. You said you have to wipe to get dry.
Why don't you just get a swimming pool?
Sorry.
I mean, that's a major problem. If you talk to people that work at public pools, they got stuff that senses that now. So they bust them right in the act.
Oh, really?
It's a problem. Yeah. I got a crazy nephew. His kids got kicked out of a swimming program for crapping in the pool.
Oh
Well, I
man,
mean,
don't
you shouldn't be going to the bathroom when there's other people that want to like swim in a pool.
No, right. But also, I mean, that's also why they have chlorine. I mean, I don't think anybody's getting E. coli from it when in a chlorinated pool.
But wouldn't
But
there be
it's
like
just
a
not. You don't want that.
floater
It's not
and
what it's
then
for.
everybody would be, would there be like a floater and then everybody would exit the pool quite swiftly? Like in the movie?
Well, that's why I think they have this. Yeah, I think they had like a shark was in there or something. Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, yeah.
bird!
No, I think I think there's a dye that brings it to the attention of like lifeguards and stuff, and then they try and figure out who did it, or they get the skimmer out.
No, you have to close down the pool. And then you got to re-treat it, like
Where?
chlorinate it. You can't continue to swim in it once it's got
Yeah,
fecal matter
yeah.
in there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I bet you they do. Because if you look at like a lot, like the Mississippi River as an example, I mean that's not uncommon in a lot of places. That's the first thing they worry about during floods: sewer backup. You'll see those kids
Oh
out
yeah,
splashing in the driveway and
yeah,
canoeing down the road and that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't think it's good
yeah.
for you, but I don't think it's the threat that you think it would be. Oh, well, congratulations, Michelle. Good for you.
It's like large loads of fecal matter when the sewers overflow and it gets all in the water out in the streets. Yeah, it's a large concern. People get really super sick over it.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, there's people. You know what else is even dirtier than that?
What?
Hot tubs. Hot tubs. Hot tubs.
The hot water kind
Bacteria.
of tries to sterilize. So
No,
and then
bullshit.
It is treated
No.
with
If you
chemicals
go out to
also.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, you go out to like Yellowstone, they have those
Mhm.
hot geysers and pools and all that stuff, crystal clear. You can see 50 feet down there, and there's all sorts of shit that lives in that boiling water. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, live bacteria, all sorts of different kinds. So you would
Oh,
think
And the
that
hot
it would kill it, but it wouldn't.
yeah.
It needs to be way hotter than that. I'll tell you what I did one time. One time I made
But
this
they
chicken soup in a crock pot,
okay.
and I thought I would eat it for like 4 days. A big crock pot, nice chicken soup. And
Mhm.
after the second day, when it was on high, it started getting mold on the top.
Oh, I'm
Right,
It
you
sure.
was
can't leave
just,
anything out
even
on
though
the
it seemed
counter.
hot, yeah,
Yeah. And
no,
with
but it was
those
hot. Why
things
didn't
that
the
are
heat kill that? It cooked it.
no, with addressing the geysers, with those things that are living in that super escalated hot water, they are meant to live in there. They have adapted
Yeah,
the organisms so much they can live in a geyser. Now you're looking at a
right.
hot tub. It's
Yeah,
treated with
like
bromine, and then the heat of the water is supposed to cut down significantly your exposure, or else there wouldn't be hot tubs to use. The health department wouldn't let everybody get sick from them. So if they have low levels of chemicals, then yes, you
right,
might get sick.
Bopak, why don't you come on the panel?
right.
Yeah,
Come on,
Bopak,
Chris.
get
Why
up
don't you come up
here.
anymore? Come on up. Karen, why don't you come up? Rita, what happened to you? Nicole, you want to come up and visit? Talk with us? Let's party.
Party.
God's child?
It's a party.
Yeah.
I used to own a hot tub at the house
No,
I
I know
just
it's
sold.
odd though that in those volcanoes underwater in certain places, there's fish
Yeah.
that live there. It's like
Mhm.
boiling water coming out all the time.
Yeah,
It's
and they're
weird.
adapted to that environment. Isn't
Yeah,
that
there you go.
weird?
Nicole
Yeah.
said dye
There
interacts
you
with
go.
urine.
Hmm?
Oh, look at yeah, that's probably true, Nicole. Yeah. Depends on what way you work it. That's true. Yeah. Huh. Oh, you'll work on it? Okay. No pressure.
Oh, Okay, Nicole.
Chris used to. I think his things broke. That thing. He used to have those cartoons playing and stuff. He hasn't done that in a long time.
Oh, he had,
Probably 8 or
yeah, he
10
had
months.
the moving avatar, the stream avatar. Yeah. That's what
Yeah,
gamers
yep,
have. Yeah,
yep.
definitely. I think he knows a lot about
Yeah,
computer
stuff like that.
programming, and
Yeah,
that's
you're
why.
right.
Yeah, yeah. But I just had a hot tub at the house I just
I guess.
sold with a nice cedar gazebo on the outside of it and nice cedar slats. So when
Yeah.
you would, get outside of the hot tub, you weren't on the cement deck. You were on nice raised cedar slats that would dry really quickly. So in the wintertime, you could go out there
Oh,
because it
okay.
was enclosed in a cedar house, and it had this big, huge dome. So you just look up and see all the stars. It was neat.
Cool. Did you use it a
I
lot?
enjoyed it. Yes, I used it almost every day. It was therapy for me.
Oh, wow. Do you remember what temperature you had it set at?
Probably the not scald your skin off temperature. I don't know, but I treated it with
Yeah.
bromine and had a test kit right there.
Yeah.
So I would test it, and then a few hours later, if I needed to treat it, then a few hours later you could go in it. So I was quite good at testing the water every
Yeah.
single day. Same way with my fish tank, because I had a test kit, so my
Yeah,
fish stayed clean.
I always get hot. I get too hot in those quick.
Yeah. Well,
Get too hot
bromine
out.
is
I don't like
actually a
them that much anyway.
chemical. Well, bromine is actually a chemical where you
It's a
can
salt,
turn
isn't it?
down the temperature. Yeah, it's like very good. It's like it can work either in hot temperatures or cooler temperatures, and it still sterilizes. So that's why I chose that. Because in the summertime, you don't really want a super hot tub, where the heat is turned up. So the bromine
Yeah.
kills everything, and as long
So
as you
you
know
have
how
a
to
hot
check it.
tub? We're gonna come over and have a hot tub party.
A
He doesn't
little
have it
late.
anymore.
I just sold. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
sold 2 houses. One that I built and the money was out of my pocket, and then another one that I just sold just recently, and it had a cedar, enclosure around my hot tub. So yeah, you would have been welcome to come over, but that's gone.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm in a rental now
Yeah.
for almost.
You could have
my
came
bills
over.
are like,
Yeah, we could
yeah,
all.
she could have.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
We could
more
all
than
sat in it
welcome.
and drank non-alcoholic. We could have drank non-alcoholic beer and read the Bible.
Shut up. You think I'm no fun, don't you? You think
Wow.
Oh, I thought he was. Wait, I thought he was talking about me. I'm
Yeah.
Catholic,
See,
and I'm
Michelle,
not really drinking now, Michelle.
Yeah.
So I thought he was talking about
That's
me.
right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I do drink. I'm not like a triple A, like that double A stuff and then an asshole on top of that. But I do drink if I
Yeah,
want
right.
to.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong. I haven't had a drink in a couple days. I've been thinking about just not drinking because they say that even the slightest bit of alcohol affects your deep sleep, and I do seem to feel better even if I don't have like one drink. I don't know if it's just mental or something else or what, but I do
Definitely
know that it affects your
biological.
sleep even in small amounts. It's a fact.
Yes, unfortunately it does. Alcohol is a stimulant, Tom. You know that. I'm not telling you anything you
It
don't
makes
already
you
know.
it makes you fall asleep quicker, but the quality of your sleep isn't as good. Rita wants to know why you rent instead of keeping one of those houses.
Because both of the houses were meant ultimately in my plan to sell. So I needed to get out of the neighborhood I was in. And then the house I built out of my pocket was meant to sell.
Oh, gotcha.
It was really nice. It was closer to Lake Lanier. It had a boat garage underneath. It was a really nice house. I showed my neighbors pictures of it, and they were like, wow, that's classic. I wouldn't change a thing with the design on the inside. And I said, thank you.
So did you sell it yourself or did you get a real estate?
No, I sold it myself.
Oh, okay.
No, with the one I built, no, that one, I got a real estate agent. So it was only at 1.5% though.
Oh, how'd you manage that?
I told them that's all I would give them as a commission.
So they sold it in-house then. Another broker didn't come in, right?
No, another buying broker came in. So they all had to
And they,
accept that. Plus, I
oh,
did
you gotta
not
be
pay any of
kidding.
the fees for what was it, taxes for that year, because he never told me. So I was like, you didn't tell me, it's not written down anywhere. So he paid my taxes for a year.
Oh, wow.
Hey, you got to be smart in business.
Are you still looking at houses now, or are you just going to wait longer?
I'm going to wait until the market dips a little bit. So, but yeah, I do
Yeah.
plan on buying a house. So, but not a monstrosity like I just moved out of. This was a 3-story, it's being marketed as an 8-bedroom plus a basement with in-law quarters. So I'm not going to quite go that big.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that. Do you ever
What
go by
did
there, the
you
one
just?
that you built?
Yeah, because I was looking for that Russian blue cat so I could catch it. Yeah, I went by there quite a bit. What happened to your hair, Michelle? It
I
looks on camera. It looks red. I'm not saying it is.
it has a
Oh, you just
little.
put it up. God, you freaked me the hell out. I was like, what is she, like wigs or something? Oh, it's gorgeous. Leave it down. It's pretty.
We're getting things figured out. You could get you can get pretty good deals on hot tubs, Michelle. You ought to get one if you like them.
I don't have the money right now. That's definitely not in my future.
Get a
I wish.
used one.
Mm,
You get a
Mine
used
was
one.
brand
And
new, and the
almost everybody
gazebo
I
was
know,
used.
that gets one doesn't use it that long. Maybe like a year or two.
That's
Really?
that's that's the thing too. Is
Yeah.
I'm
Jeez, I used
worried.
to pump iron and then couldn't wait to get in the hot tub
Oh, wow.
or pump something. Had to. Yeah, I used it almost every single day, Tom. And my kids would use it. They'd have friends come over and use it. So it was pretty active.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
You got a big day tomorrow, Michelle?
I do. I have a pretty packed day. Uh, it's gonna start fairly early too. We'll see. We'll see how
No more
tomorrow goes.
DoorDash? No more DoorDash?
No, I still do that. Yeah, I still do that. I still uh DoorDash and whatnot. I mean, it's not a bad like side job to do, and it's not
Yeah.
really that compli.
Mm-hmm. Do you think these delivery outfits have hurt restaurants?
No, they've helped restaurants, like especially during COVID when people weren't going out at all.
But I mean, I
Like
know they've helped some restaurants, but I've
it's
read
no,
articles where
no,
some places where
no,
people who don't want to go and dine.
it's not hurting at all because the only thing that it could possibly be hurting is waiters and waitresses. But as far as hurting the actual business, it's helped because these businesses now have another way to get revenue from people who, whether it's people order it through an app or someone picks it up and
Mm-hmm.
delivers. Before, how many restaurants and, places delivered food? Nobody. And now they have another way to make business, whether they're in their store or not. I mean, I don't think it's hurting any
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
I think it actually
But
saved a
they're
lot of.
talking about. I'll give you an example. Like I know these people that own these McDonald's, and they say that they never recovered with their indoor dining, and that the increase in drive-through didn't make up for it. I mean, I know people
Well,
get
Very true.
McDonald's DoorDash, but not like other places.
well, it's not hurting. Like
I could
if
tell you
if they're buying it and they're ordering it through DoorDash, that's still bringing in money for the restaurant. Like they're
Yeah.
not eating inside the restaurant, but that doesn't make or break anything.
But I mean, certain restaurants it's hurt, others it helped. Like, do you DoorDash McDonald's much?
Yeah, I've DoorDashed McDonald's, you name it,
But
Taco
but a
Bell,
lot,
Wendy's.
a lot.
Um, Pretty frequent. I mean, usually it's like Starbucks. I've even gone into Dunkin'. People, I've gone into mom and pop places, and it's actually like helped, these businesses stay afloat because what they do is
Hmm.
it's not like they're giving them discounts on their food. So,
Yeah. So what are those
There's
charges
supposed to
based
be a
on? The
trick with
dollar
those
amount or the miles?
DoorDash. Oh,
so,
Go ahead.
so basically, what they do is the customer pays more for the food, and like DoorDash or whatever outfit, they what they do is they overcharge the customer for the food. So let's say it's $1, right? Let's say if you went to McDonald's and got a coffee, it's $1. Well, if you order it through DoorDash, it's going to be like $2. And
Oh,
then
really?
they charge the customer service and delivery fees, and then they also ask for a tip for the driver as well. So, and they don't pay the drivers that much money. So basically, as a driver, you're basically driving on tips. You're not so much what they pay because they don't pay you hardly anything. I mean, if nobody's tipping, like I'll get an order for like 250 or $3, and I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time taking that kind of order for that little amount of money. I
Yeah.
mean, that's ridiculous.
Now, if you wrecked your car doing a delivery, would you have your normal coverage?
Yeah.
Because I've read articles before where that's technically now a commercial operation, not just a person driving their car. And then if they get wind of that, they'll deny the claim.
I'm not I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure on the whole insurance side of things. I've not been informed
Yeah, you
of.
just hope it doesn't happen, right? You just hope it
Right.
doesn't happen, right? Yeah.
Right.
I'd check into that though if I were you, because I know some companies offer a rider to cover you if you're working for one of those outfits.
Really?
Because if you're writing risk predicated on average driving, that's one premium. And if you're racking up another 1,000 miles a month doing commercial deliveries, that's another. You know what I mean? So I would check into it because you'd hate to get in a wreck and not have coverage.
Right. Well, I
You
don't
know,
do it as much that often, so I mean, I'm
I'll
trying
tell you
to
this: if
get
I ever
away
did
from.
get in a wreck, if you ever did get in a wreck, I wouldn't say anything about delivering something to anybody. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah.
oh, why? Why
Because
is
it's
that?
commercial. When you're doing stuff for hire, your rates aren't predicated on making deliveries. That's why commercial insurance is more
Oh, they could
expensive
go
than,
after the company that she works for.
yeah, probably, and deny her claim. She's got
Well,
$5,000 of damage in her car, and they deny the claim because it
Oh,
was
I
under
see.
a commercial.
well, I
Yeah,
think it would be.
Yeah.
I think it would partially be like the person or the company that I'm working for at the time's responsibility to cover any damages that may occur on the job, right?
I'm not sure of that. They're not paying your.
Well, they don't pay
They're
you
not
for.
giving you an.
No, they don't pay for any. Sorry.
No, That's right. They're not paying your insurance, and they're not providing you with an insurance certificate. You're not an additional insured on their policy. If they sent you a thing and it
Exactly.
showed that you and your vehicle were insured, you were working in the capacity of driver for DoorDash, you're covered. But I don't think they've done that. But I guarantee you, if your insurance company got wind, if you got in a car accident, that you were delivering stuff, they may deny your claim.
Really?
Cat. Shit.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No,
Check into
do
it.
not
Yep.
eat that. Hey.
See, ACB says you won't be covered.
Really?
That probably isn't a fine print. Yeah. Yeah. But like a lot
I'll
of
have to
people,
look
you
into
just hope it
that.
doesn't happen.
Well,
Just a
no,
lot of people, you
now,
hope.
yeah, but I want to look into
Yeah.
it now.
And it isn't like you're getting rich. So if you think that you're exposing yourself from a liability way and not making that much, it's not worth it knowing that. I
Right.
mean, nobody plans on getting in an accident, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
true.
DoorDash doesn't cover like wear and tear on the vehicle or that good of a rate on mileage if they even pay for mileage, right?
Right. Well, I
Right.
think that's kind of like where your incentive like kind of is when they pay you. So, I mean, you are getting paid by a company. So, I don't know. Like it's something different. Like I really don't know those type of rules for
Did you hear
I've
the
seen on
hack for not
insurance
paying?
applications.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you know the hack for
Go ahead,
not
Michelle.
paying DoorDash? Especially if the company, tells you they will deliver using DoorDash, is you just call the place directly. You don't call
Right.
DoorDash and order through there because they have their set rates and you have to give a tip and that's all included in the bill. You just call the company directly, place your order, and then it's the company's rate without the tip. And then they call DoorDash, and then it's up to you whether to tip or not. That's what I heard. I don't know whether it's true.
Oh, okay.
You call the company directly,
I
like
do know
Uber
that
Pizza.
Right. Hmm.
I do know like they're very specific about it with Uber and stuff like that. That's all spelled out because they evidently they're more concerned. It's like aviation. They're not concerned about the pilot. They're concerned about the passengers getting injured. Just like DoorDash, they're not concerned about you. They're concerned about making money and getting food delivered to third parties.
Yeah.
Just protect your ass is what I'm saying. I'd check into it and call your
Yeah.
insurance agent. Or the same company you have. Call the company
Yeah.
directly, not your agent. Just block your number. Say, hey, if I'm delivering for DoorDash, I would. Wouldn't you,
Mhm.
Michelle?
Oh, yeah. You have to be an educated consumer. You have to find out before shit hits the fan, right, Tom?
Yeah, try to. I mean, I've done the same stupid shit. You're hoping that it doesn't happen. It's like not putting your seatbelt on once in a while, but you should because, nobody plans on getting in an accident,
Right.
Well,
you know?
like I
Mhm.
said, I'm not doing it often, so anymore, and I'm gearing away from that. So, but I did talk
Yeah.
to one lady I know that does insurance, like car insurance and everything, and she said because of
Yeah.
COVID and everything that they didn't care if you were doing it and there was no like extra amount, because of the whole COVID thing.
Oh, interesting.
Does that sound believable?
A lot of
So they're going to
Tom,
allow.
a lot of weird stuff
They're going to allow.
became
They're going to
believable with
allow
COVID.
increased. They're going to allow increased liability for the same premium because of COVID. I mean, there's more risk with you doing that than just driving to work and back.
That's true. You're going
But
on unknown roads, unknown destinations, maybe more traffic.
Yeah, I just check into it, Michelle. Just thinking about it, it's time to light up a cigarette.
Oh, for those of us that smoke.
I mean, I don't either way. I'll have hubby look into it and see what he can come up with, and I have no idea. The only thing that I know is I do know personally an insurance lady who does car insurance, and she told me when I first started that insurance companies weren't really, it wasn't a major thing because when COVID happened, nobody was going to restaurants, and it was the door to, those outlets that were actually feeling other businesses at the time when everything was shut down and then nobody was going to these restaurants, and a lot of restaurants ended up closing because of COVID. And
I mean, that sounds like a
Mhm.
sweet idea if it's true, but I just don't believe it. Insurance companies give a fuck about one thing:
Bottom
profit.
line. Yeah. Hmm.
It's just, I would just double check it, you know?
I would.
mm,
Don't run it by
Definitely.
hubby either. Do it on your own, because if you really like doing it and he checks and he says, fuck, I didn't realize that was the issue, then you can't do it anymore. So just do it on the sly. Then you can just roll those
Mm.
dice. He doesn't need to know a thing.
mm.
So, Michelle, what did you and your husband do that was special for Valentine's Day?
They didn't fight.
Well,
Oh,
it
Tom, be nice.
was just it was just normal. It was like any other day, really. We didn't really do anything too special. Like we got each other some gifts, and that's
Would you
about
get
it.
something shiny and big?
I he got me this really cool. It's it's a really neat like light up plant thing. It's really cute.
Oh, wow. Light up
Cool.
plant thing. Is it a real plant that sort of has neon lights
No,
or?
it's artificial, but like it's cool. It's like in a glass case, and it's
Oh,
really nice. It's
wow.
really pretty.
That sounds
Cool.
neat. Yeah, definitely.
Did you guys get anything for Valentine's Day?
Nope.
I went
Nope.
out with my son treasure hunting, and then I got delivery of flowers first thing this morning. 6 white and 6 red for Valentine's Day for my kids. They always do that.
Aw.
Oh, that was
And
nice of
Tom,
him.
I didn't make that lobster. Lobster's still
Oh, you
frozen in
didn't? Why
my
not?
freezer. No, I just got lazy. I just wanted to. Well, should I spill why I did it? I was talking to a special guy, so I just didn't get a chance to.
I
It's okay.
don't blame you. We both like lobster
Yeah.
rolls.
Yeah. Mine's like a pound lobster from Aldi for 10.99. So I can't wait to like it's pre-cooked, so all you do is have to really warm it
Yeah.
up and have some asparagus on the side. I
Yeah.
actually had
Good
a
luck
really
on
nice
that one.
salad. Oh, stop. I
Yeah.
will. I've been eating salad. You
Shit.
don't know me.
$10.99 for a pound lobster. Fucking thing probably washed
Yeah.
up on the beach.
No, it's already out of the box and in the see-through bag. It's a pretty good size. I
I'm
mean,
talking
it's not
about
huge.
pretty
Oh,
good
you're saying it
size.
washed up on the beach? It better not, because
Yeah.
when I eat it, I'll
I mean,
be dead. Thanks a lot, Tom.
I mean, I mean, some of that Aldi stuff is sketchy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, and the reviews of the 1 pound lobster for 10.99 online are all good.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Is it pre-cooked?
yes, it is pre-cooked. Yep.
Okay.
So you just have to warm it up, and then I'm gonna have like asparagus on
Yeah.
the side. I had a
Yeah.
salad today and yesterday and the day before with peanut butter and
Yeah.
jelly sandwiches. So I am
Yeah.
cutting my intake
Yeah.
to zip, nil, and zilch.
Oh, that a
Do
girl.
they have calories in them?
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. It's the
Yeah.
butter that'll get you.
You're
Clutch
just
your
on the
rosary
keto
when
diet.
clutch your rosary when you're eating it.
I know.
Clutch your
I'm saying,
rosary when you're
please,
eating it.
God, make me a size 0 again. I'll get there. You better believe it. I'll be in a 2-piece this summer. I always am.
Oh, come on. Oh, come
I
on.
do. I still have a size
You thi-
jean that I used to wear in high school, and I still wear it. Come
Wow,
on,
good
Wow.
for
please,
you.
What do you
please,
think of that, Michelle? Did
please.
you still get in your high
Well,
school
that
Size
bathing suit?
0 to size 4 is what I usually am.
Did
that's
you still get in
112
your bathing suit
pounds.
from high school, Michelle?
I still
oh
have my
yeah.
bathing suit from high school.
I still I'm probably in better shape now than when I was in high school.
Oh, wow. I think all my girlfriends, they'd rip the ass right out of that bathing suit if they got into it now. If it was the one in high school, and probably get one leg in it.
I think I was like 89 pounds soaking wet in high school, nothing but muscle from head to toe because I
Oh,
was
God.
very
Where,
active.
where was I then? Perfect.
Oh, I know. You missed out, and I was a blonde too. Natural. Still am.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'd have had to lie to you, just like Michelle accuses men of doing.
Hey, can't lie to me.
I'd have took your,
I'm a truth teller.
I'd have took your ring shopping. I'd have took your ring shopping for
But you would
sure.
have bought something. That would have been the difference. Ha ha
Yeah.
ha.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It'd be so
The big
awesome.
one.
You see, Michelle,
You would have had to get
being
the
that
big
honest
one.
like you want. See, I'm honest. I told you. I'd take a ring
Yeah.
shop.
Yep.
Oh God.
89 pounds.
You didn't
Wow.
say cock
Probably
ring
got good
shopping
genes.
though, did you, Tom?
Yeah.
You laid
We'll do that
yourself open
afterwards.
for that one. Oh my god. Only on
Yeah, I'll
YouTube.
do
You're
it.
welcome.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Sex sells.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky. Good genes. Michelle, is your mom same size as she was in high school?
No, my mother now she put, I mean, like, I think because she's older now and everything, but she was always a pretty fit, person.
I'm talking about
Up
now.
until, well, I would say I would say the past, like, my mother's almost 70, but so, like, with, I'd say the past, like, 10 years, she's put on some weight, but I mean, she was always,
Was she about
before
250?
that,
200?
no, no, nothing like that, but like
Oh,
no,
okay.
nothing
All
like,
right. Okay.
no, but she,
All right.
I don't know, I think when you get older, like, I don't know, you just don't move around as much and you're just not as active, that's all.
That can happen.
Yeah, I mean, why would you be? All your hormones
Or if
die out. Your human growth hormone's zero. Your estrogen's in the fucking tank. You're getting
your
testosterone
thyroid gets
supplements.
wonky.
Yeah. Sex is like
Mhm.
a world away in your mind. So you get your pleasure from eating.
Right, like,
Very true. That becomes the number one replacement, sadly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes. Well, I don't know if it's sadly.
Well,
It's just part of what are you supposed to be? The fountain of youth until the day you die?
yes,
Some
you're
old
supposed to be
plastic
healthy
face
until the
Madonna?
day you die. Who said we're supposed to die at 100? Who said we're supposed to die at 200? You don't know. It's just
Oh,
we've
God.
been having crap food that kills us with all the additives. So look at the people
Hey,
overseas. They're living
people live longer
longer. The
now.
Italians
People
in the Great
people live
South.
longer than they ever have here.
Yeah.
People live longer than they ever had in the United States.
Hmm. And women far
It's because of medicine.
outlive men, right? Yeah, medicine. If you're healthy, you don't need
No, women
medicine.
definitely. Never bet against
Yeah.
women when it comes to age. The women almost always outlive the men. Yeah, it's true.
Mhm.
It's for sure.
Yeah,
well, I
that's
think
for
women
sure.
take care of themselves
That's,
better than men do.
you think so?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Plus, we have the 20-second orgasm, so that keeps us young.
Yeah, right. Did you have your normal? Were you awakened again by your orgasms
No.
last night?
No. Sadly,
You weren't?
I cried a little.
Oh, yeah, this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Probably got your sleep schedule disrupted. You know.
I slept like a baby last night. I didn't even hear my two cats thunderdoming. So, two cat enter,
Oh,
one cat leave.
good for you.
Slept right through it. I know.
Oh, cool. You know what? We got down to 35 here last night.
probably why I slept so good.
Yeah. Do you leave the window open?
No, I can't. The cat will jump out and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
go right through the screen, that big boy.
Oh, will he
He's
really?
been a little bitch
Tear it
tonight.
out?
Oh, he tries to take out the screen if you leave the window open. So I don't know what I'm
Oh,
going to do
wow.
in the summertime or fall time, I should say.
Yeah.
Probably leash them. You know, that's what you got to do. The men, you got to leash them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm having fun. What can I say?
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I'm going to go to bed. I got up at 5:30 this morning, which I hate, and I didn't take a nap, so I'm going to go to bed. Try to go to bed earlier.
Okay.
All right.
Well, it's
Got
been
up tired.
fun, like always. Hope I
Yep.
wasn't too
Yep. Thanks,
bold.
Michelle. Michelle, thank you. Rita,
Yeah.
Drifter, Dave, Nicole. Yeah, got cold. It's cold tonight. It's 51 now. It's not as bad as it was last night.
Mm-hmm. It says
Yep.
56 where
That's
I
good.
am. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Rita, good night. Nicole,
Good night.
Chris,
Thanks for coming on, you guys.
David. Mm-hmm.
Good night, everybody.
Yep, Chris.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Have a good day tomorrow. See you
Fun
later.
chat, Tom, like always.
Yep. Yeah. Wasn't as fun as we usually have,
Oh,
but
my
you never
goodness.
know.
That's
I
why
mean,
I
it's
think,
late. You come on at the last end. I think, and
yeah.
I never promote them, but
Mm-hmm.
you
No,
know,
it was
what are you
fun.
going to do?
I mean,
I
a
wish
little
Rita
bit
would have come up.
racy.
Wish we'd
Oh,
get some of
my
these other
goodness.
people to come up, like Nicole. Yeah, it'd be nice. Wish we would.
Yeah.
It's fun
Always
though.
fun with
Just
multiple
not
people.
the most fun we ever had. Yeah, it's still fun.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. Michelle's lots of fun, too. Plus,
Well,
she's
you have a good
gorgeous. So she's like guy candy. So that's cool,
Yeah, the guys
too.
seem to like her.
Yeah.
They do.
She was
Yeah.
particularly pretty
Cool.
tonight. So I enjoyed that. That was cool. So she has a lot to say.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to let you go to bed.
Well,
I
have a
won't
good
talk
day
your ear off
tomorrow.
anymore. Thank you. You too. It's fun.
Good night, Faye.
All right.
All right. See you guys.
Oh, Faye's here. Good
Bye
night.
bye.
All right. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.